adults that are just here for the experience. They also have international players from South Africa, Australia, Mexico. I mean, really incredible for them to come out here. They're so proud. They want to make sure that everywhere they go, they are growing the game. They are also just coaching up and leaving the game better than they found it.
Well, we're going to hear from Jeff Pond. He's the coach of the IMG Academy White shortly. But first, let's hear from the man that we always hear from when we have NFL Academy playing, because he is the main man. One of Phoebe's best mates, it seems like.
He's my dude. Got a lot of respect for him.
Phoebe caught up with Coach Hagan earlier on.
I am so excited to be joined by head coach, Coach Steve Hagan. How are you today? Welcome to Munich.
I know. This is super exciting. My hat matches your jacket. I got to get you on camera.
It was meant to be.
Munich, it's just so fun to play IMG. It's fun to play. It's fun to take our academy everywhere. We've been to America this year. We got to be the most well-traveled football team in the world. America, Munich, Tottenham Stadium. So it's been a blessing.
And it's been incredible to watch your journey as well. I mean, looking at some of the games that you have played recently, let's talk a little bit about the Nike Kickoff Classic and what that meant for you to go all the way out there. That was phenomenal.
Yeah, that experience is obviously second to none. There's American teams that never get to play in that venue. And, us going there, and then we played we played 2 games in 5 days or something like that, which is super fun. We don't care. We just play. We gotta have the mindset of play everybody, everywhere, anytime.
Yeah.
And so that's where we roll.
And you guys totally embody that, right? You're not afraid of any challenges, and I think that's a really great message that the Academy puts out. And just a huge congratulations on some of your players that have recently gotten their scholarships. I mean, this is phenomenal. Andy Quinn as well, announcing his today.
Yeah.
What does that mean for you to watch these young men that you've been mentoring for so long?
Well, it means a lot to me. I'm just proud of them, but it's great for the Academy because we're just a bunch of kids from all, let me catch myself.
You're fine.
We're just a bunch of kids from all over the world trying to figure this out. And then we get an opportunity to play at the highest level in America. Andy Quinn's, he's going to Boston College. Well, Pape's already at Boston College. And we got Yo-Yo at Colorado and Daniel at Oklahoma. And we got guys everywhere now. Arthur's going to Boise, where Lopez is already at Boise. So the Academy's starting to show up and show off a little bit more. And it's proven. It's proven itself. So it's super cool. And then we got Eustace in the Army All-American. I mean, that's ridiculous how that happened. So it's just a blessing. It's so huge.
It is. I mean, and look, it's been such a pleasure to watch what you, your coaching staff, Lamont have really brought to the table. You talk about Eustace. I mean, being the first and only international athlete in that competition, it speaks so much to your program and ultimately your belief in the players. And how have you found that you've come in from a completely different background to a whole new world and really challenge these athletes day in and day out?
Yeah, because these guys came from practicing twice a week to practicing 5 times a week. And when I first got there, they were like, Coach, we've got to do this every day. And I'm like, only if you want to be great. And so that's what we do. And now they've totally embodied that. And when I give them a day off, they're like, Coach, how come we're not practicing today? Just do what we say.
But that, very Mike Tomlinson, the standard is the standard.
That's right.
And I've had the pleasure of having a front row seat to watching everything that you have done and the standard that you've installed. Now, I want to bring it to today. IMG, this is your 3rd time meeting up with them. You're tied.
Rubber match.
Exactly. I mean, how are your athletes and your coaches approaching this matchup today? Because there's so much familiarity.
Yeah, it's another great game. It's another great opportunity. It's not just another game. It's not just another game on our schedule. It's another great game. We played Massillon. We played De La Salle. We play Edgewater, and this is another great team. This is a really good football team, and we get to play them. So we're blessed that anytime our athletes get to go against American competition, it is a huge blessing because it validates who they are on the big stage. And that's why we get scholarships to go play in America, because we're playing against some really good football players that understand this.
Yeah, and look, I just want to say thank you so much. I mean, the opportunity that you're bringing to all these athletes from around the world, you are changing lives every day. So we are so grateful for you. Best of luck today, Coach. Thank you so much.
Thanks. We need a little luck, and we need great big plays.
You got this.
That's Coach Hagan from the NFL Academy, speaking with our very own Phoebe Schechter, who's not a stranger to making the boys cry. Good to hear from Coach Hagan. Some amazing work he's done there. Obviously, used to be in the NFL as the assistant coach at the Browns and also at the Jets. So a man with a huge expertise, and also with IMG in town. Phoebe, you also caught up with Jeff Pond, another man with huge expertise in the game.
I'm so excited to be here with head coach Jeff Pond. I mean, first off, welcome to Germany. How has your experience been so far?
Oh, it's been great. You know, we got to come in on Wednesday now, and we went to a castle down south by the Alps yesterday. So it's been a wonderful experience for our kids.
Wow, I mean, look, that's the beauty of being able to travel with football. I mean, that's so special. Getting the different cultures. Now, this is the third time that you and the NFL Academy have played each other, going to multiple different countries at this rate. What are you finding with these matchups, you know, playing the same team multiple times? What are you looking forward to in this game today?
Well, I'll tell you what, the NFL Academy's done a great job from our first time playing in 2022 to now. The talent level you can see on the other side of the ball has gotten better. So, you know, we're expecting a really good game today against a really good team. So we're excited.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and so many of our athletes over here, they're learning so much from every time the matchup happens between yourselves and the academy. I mean, have you been able to spot some of those players that you think can make it to the next level?
Definitely. Last year they had the big offensive lineman that ended up in Oklahoma, I believe. I remember they had a really good tight end. I was hoping he wasn't here, but they just told me he switched jersey numbers this year, so he's still playing. So, you know, they've definitely got some guys on there that can play at the next level.
And talk to me a little bit about your players, your coaching staff, coming over to Germany. Some of them, this might be their first time traveling, as IMG being a place that gets new kids in all the time. What have they thought about the opportunity and understanding of the sport worldwide?
Yeah, it's great for us to, you know, travel the world and, you know, share the game of football with the world. We went down to Mexico in spring to play a spring game down there, and then we went to Ireland to start our season. Now we're here to close the season here. So for them to see three different cultures like that, you know, Mexico, Ireland, Germany is just unreal for a high school kid to play. When I was playing football, you know, if you got to travel out of state, it was a big deal. These guys are traveling to three different countries in a calendar year, so that's unheard of. So, you know, it's such a great opportunity for our guys, and we're really excited.
Absolutely. And one of the things that's so wonderful about having yourselves and IMG coming over is IMG is quite a unique high school in its own right. Can you tell the viewers a little bit more about IMG and what makes it so special?
Yeah, you know, it started as a tennis academy back in the day with, what's his name, the tennis guy, Bollettieri. But, you know, went from tennis to adding other sports. We've been playing football there since 2014. So we have three different football teams at IMG right now, our national team, our varsity team, and then our blue varsity team too, so which is our younger development team. So, you know, we have three different teams there. For us, it's crazy because we get to practice in the morning. So it's kind of different. Being able to practice in the morning, get that out of the way early, get the lift in, and then in the back end of the day, in the afternoon, they do school. So it's very collegiate in that way. So it's a great prep step for them to go to the next level.
Yeah, I love that. Look, a lot of similarities between yourselves, the Academy, multi-sport athletes, which we love to see. Coach, best of luck today. Thank you so much, and enjoy Munich.
Thank you very much.
Great to hear from the coach there, Jeff Pond, and we're now joined by a man who's, I mean, we've got people shouting and screaming your name. I think they want autographs. Defensive tackle for the Detroit Lions. David Barder, I mean, you've proven that players can make it in the NFL not coming from the United States of America.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's a long way, but finally I made it. I'm blessed to have a big opportunity with the IPP program. You're familiar with the program, so I'm really glad and staying in the my fifth year already, and I'm really happy.
Yeah, and you're no stranger to playing in Germany.
Yeah.
I mean, tell us a little bit what it was like when you've played in Germany, and what has it been like now that you're here, home, seeing all your friends, family? What do they think?
That's crazy. Like, I remember the first time I went to practice, I took the subway, and the old lady asked me, is this rugby or football? She didn't even know the difference. And now everybody in Germany playing football, and they have even NFL game here in football. I remember when the first time I played football, I asked them, I said, hey, I have one goal, I want to play one snap against a lineman, an NFL lineman. Now I'm in NFL, and the NFL is here in Munich in my hometown, so it's so crazy the last couple of years.
And of course, all these kids that we're going to be watching today and that you're going to be watching in a few moments, they want to get out there, they want to make the NFL. What kind of advice would you give them to get noticed at this level?
Take the big steps. So go extra steps, do extra stuff like nobody else do. It's the only way you can successful and continue work hard. Like everybody say, work hard and believe in yourself. This is the biggest difference between them.
Yeah, and look, talking about big steps, I mean, it's hard to ignore the jersey that you are wearing right now.
Yeah.
The Detroit Lions, a Super Bowl favorite right now. What is it like? What do you see in that team that makes you think they can take it all the way?
Our motto is like one proud. Like we play together. As like the first time I step in, their welcome is so welcome, and they're really working hard. Like every day, every rep, we working for each other. So this is just a team, you know, like a team. They're playing together. They're playing for each other. This is the biggest difference right now.
And those are the kind of mentalities that you build at this level. And obviously, you know, if you were studying, as a lot of the NFL players do at school, you get that ingrained in you when you're very young, and that's what you need to do when you're not coming from the United States.
Exactly.
We were just saying that this morning I flew in and I saw so many jerseys here, and when we have games in Tottenham and Wembley in the UK, so many German fans come over and they absolutely love the game of football. Why is the game so big over here?
I think it's just like even as a kid, like America is like a biggest dream, like the industry, everything, and now the game, you can watch a game in free TV here in Germany the last couple of years, and the people just like Sundays most of the time it's kind of boring, so you can Sunday evening you can watch a game with your friends. So this is something special about the game people love.
Amazing. I mean, look, we have loved watching your journey. I think to see everything that you've done, to go from the Commanders to being here, I mean, what would you say has been your biggest learning throughout all of this?
It's just keep pushing. I think, like I say for the young people, like it's so long. I have like few times I say, hey, I gotta give up because I didn't play the first couple of years, and then I get hurt again. I get hurt and everything. So, but you need to keep pushing, get in bed every day, and try to do your best.
Finally, I've got to ask you, who do you think is going to win tonight?
Obviously, we have few Germans, teammates from Schwäbisch, so obviously the IMG Academy.
Excellent, David. Thank you very much for joining us from one international player to another exciting international player.
This one will go to Seelig, left-hand side, and he will get the first down the sideline, still going. He finds Seelig, who's in for two. Seelig.
With Seelig breaking through, Seelig gets a block. Eustace Seelig can run. Seelig is into the end zone.
Seelig breaks a tackle. 30, 20, 10. He will waltz into the end zone.
Throwing low, caught. Seelig's into the end zone. One-man wrecking crew. His second score of the game. And wide open. It's Seelig.
Justice Seelig finds the right-hand side and more. Justice Seelig down the sideline. Can he outrun the Eagles? All the way to the end zone. Seelig, touchdown Academy. Justice Seelig scores again.
Wow, Eustace Seelig, that highlight reel is unbelievable. I mean,
Thank you.
what a pleasure. We get to watch you here again in real life. That's one of my favorite things to do. But I want to start off, first off, congratulations on the U.S. Army Bowl.
Thank you.
The
Thank you very
only
much.
international athlete on the roster.
Yes,
Can you
sir.
tell us a little bit about that?
I mean, it's a crazy experience. It's a blessing for sure. I mean, we had an Army recruiter at the Edgewater game, and he was actually there to recruit Edgewater players. But then we just had a breakout game. He started talking with me. He came out to our Massillon game, had another breakout game, and that's pretty much all she wrote. I mean, we stayed in touch. We stayed in contact. He found a lot of things about me through my coaches, through our academic advisor. You know, all that background stuff. It's not just football. It's the personality. It's academics. Everything. And then this morning they announced that I'm officially invited to Army All-American Bowl, and that was truly such a blessing. It's incredible.
Oh, and we are so proud of you. And, you know, you look at how you speak about things. You talk so much just then saying we had a breakout game. And
course.
We have to be honest with you. You had a phenomenal game in that Edgewater game, 288 all-purpose yards. I mean, your ability to run, catch, and then even on kick return. I mean, now you get to come here today, play again in front of friends and family. What does that mean to you?
I mean, this is truly amazing, being able to play in Germany with the NFL Academy. I mean, they asked us how many people are coming from your side, and I said about 20 to 25 people. I mean, we got everyone coming, friends, family, old coaches. It's going to be such a great experience being able to play against such a great team from America in front of friends and family. I'm so excited.
Yeah, and what are some of the things that you're looking towards with this IMG game now? This is the third time you guys have met. You're getting a bit of familiarity with each other.
Yeah.
So what does that mean for you?
I mean, this is the decider. We got to win. I mean, especially with the games we had this season till now, we just really want to win. That's all what it's about, you know. Personally, especially, I know that I had 2 really great games, so I know they're gonna look at me. They know what I do. They know what I'm like. So I'm completely ready to take a hit, take a bullet. But if that means our receivers are going to get open deep, I love it. We're just here to win the game. That's all it is.
Yeah, I mean, your understanding of team, I know you've been player of the match multiple times now. I mean, an absolute standout. I think some of the things people don't know about you is the great work you're doing off of the field with the academy, but also coaching. We've seen you coaching with NFL Flag, you know, with the Vikings. Talk to us a little bit about those kind of extracurricular activities you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, totally. I mean, football is about everything. Football is community, football is family. So we got the chance to help out the Vikings, and it was great just helping like local schools, teach them football, like coach them up, and we just had a great day. We had a blast, and we're looking forward to future examples like that.
Yeah, well, look, we're looking forward to watching you play out there. Best of luck today to you and the academy. Thank you so much, Eustace.
All right, thanks a lot. All right.
None of it's good.
Well, it looks like Eustace has not only broken records in his playing career, he's also broken our cameras and everything. But I mean, you know, a real talent, isn't he?
He is, and he's phenomenal, and you heard him talk about it then, how it's such a team effort, and he really lives that. He has been a phenomenal representative for the NFL Academy, from the playing perspective on the field to everything he's doing off the field, and his teammates love him. You can see why. Such a selfless player.
You're a selfless player, aren't you, when you play flag?
Yeah, I mean, it's all about team, right? You're all cogs in a machine.
That's why you got on so well back there.
That was it. Oh, okay.
I could see it because I was watching that, and that was obviously a little bit earlier, given the fact it's dark now and it was light then. But yeah, you had a real bond there, and I was like, oh, okay, that's it. Both just such selfless players.
Yeah, I appreciate people that are the holistic athlete.
Love
It doesn't.
that.
Nobody can be successful, especially in American football, if it's not your offensive line, your quarterback. It takes everybody to win a game. So that's what makes this sport really quite unique.
Absolutely, and you know that's what David was just saying back there. It's all about the team. It's all about the right mentality. And you know, you were saying there that some of the younger kids have come across, and we were just watching there while we were watching Eustace. So there are some of the younger kids here. You know, some of the kind of really smaller lads. And you were saying that even if they don't get into the game, just being around the team structure, just being part of this event is such a huge deal and so good for their growth.
Yeah, I mean, and think about it in terms of how many different countries these kids have traveled to. Whether you're talking about the IMG going to Mexico, they were in Dublin earlier for College Football Classic. It's such a great experience, and you get to be here on this big stage. You start to learn to see what it feels like, how to behave, and then eventually you become the kind of veteran on the team.
Love that, absolutely love that. Well, look, it's obviously November at the moment, and that means it's also Movember. I've absolutely made a terrible...
Are you working on that?
Yeah, I just forgot that it's just the moustache you're meant to have there. But obviously, Movember is something that is huge and supports the NFL Academy.
Hi, so I'm Bob Bezic. I'm an ex-professional rugby league player. I work for a charity called Rugby League Cares, and we're delivery partners of Movember. And today we're delivering ahead of the game Help Out a Mate. Help Out a Mate is a great programme aimed at 12 to 18-year-olds to improve their mental fitness, and we do that through evidence-based tools. Also, we make it very engaging, as you've just seen in one of the sessions there. We're trying to get the lads or girls up and down, doing things that they're familiar with the understanding that trying to help out a teammate as well and spotting signs and symptoms. I'm passionate about sessions like this because as a player I wasn't able to regulate my stress, my emotions well. I was also quite selfish as a player, and I didn't look out for my teammates off the field as much as I probably should have done. So education like this is really important because I've also been checked in on by one of my teammates a few times, and it means the world. Obviously amazing athletes, and hopefully they can grow a moustache and raise awareness as well, get some conversations going.
Welcome to Munich. November, a fantastic cause, as is the cause of the NFL Academy. The cause to try and get some of the best athletes from around Europe towards the college football system and potentially into the NFL as well. Another step on that journey sees the NFL Academy tonight taking on the IMG Academy varsity white team this evening. The grudge match of all grudge matches for the NFL Academy. 2 ties between these two in the past. 1 victory for each side. And there, Steve Hagen is desperate to try and find a second win in 3 for the Academy this evening. He's a man that coaches with his heart and certainly with his head, and a wealth of experience that is underneath that red cap. And he hopes that that experience on the sideline will pay off and be bled into his young Academy starlets this evening, as we are just a few moments from getting underway. Michael Szabo there, you just see having a discussion with Steve Hagen, the man who will be under center or more often than not out of the shotgun for the NFL Academy. As for the IMG Academy, well, they have a very strong reputation to protect indeed. Jeff Pond was very friendly, but it's all business when it comes to the head coach from Indianapolis, who takes control of the varsity white team. And he will not want to have come to Munich and seen his side's chances of continuing their run of victories this season scuppered at all, even if they did only drop into Germany on Wednesday. So about 3 minutes until we get to kickoff this evening. We will get down to the field as well for the coin toss to find out who will be getting us underway. For the NFL Academy, it's the last chance of the year as well to try and find a victory. They obviously had that game last month against the De La Salle Spartans at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, a wonderful theatre for the Academy to strut their stuff in, but it was a frustrating defeat in the end to the Spartans 31-9 on a night where the side from California really did take control of proceedings. But there is a feeling in the air this evening that the IMG Academy perhaps doesn't have the same muster as the De La Salle Spartans, one of the greatest high school sides in high school history. And they might be ripe for the taking this evening. The last chat with the Zebra crew for Mr. Hagen. As the captains prepare to walk the walk, Justus Seelig on the left-hand side there, wearing the number 0. What an evening for him and for every single player from Germany in that NFL Academy outfit. He and Jakob Hansen are going to have a real battle on their hands, the linebacker wearing the number 0 for the IMG Academy tonight.
He will do the honor of the coin flip. Just for you to see, you're the guest team. So we got the 2 teams on each side of the coin. So whoever, you don't have to call tails or heads. So the team that is up wins the coin toss and you have the first choice. For you also to see the 2 teams. And please, David. And it's the NFL Academy.
Take the ball.
So, which side do you want to defend?
We want to kick that way.
Okay, just turn around. The NFL Academy won the coin toss and they're going to receive.
Strong from the Academy. They want the ball first, it seems. Great to see as well. David Bader, just as the honorary captain alongside the officials tonight, the Detroit Lions player hailing from Germany, and a great honor for him as well to be part of the proceedings tonight, and of course everything that's taking place over this weekend in Munich, with the NFL dropping in with the New York Giants against the Carolina Panthers coming up on Sunday. But this is certainly the starter before the big feast coming up this weekend, but it is a starter that could be plenty filling. Academy against academy. Two schools from either side of the pond. And they get set to lock horns in Germany tonight. And the last chance to just focus in heads and get ready for the task at hand. It's something that the NFL Academy coaching staff always try to reiterate whenever possible. It is all about winning your individual battles and focusing on your own battle out there on the field. But if everybody does their job, as the great Bill Belichick says, it gives you an opportunity to try and find a victory. Gianluca Casentino will kick off then for IMG. It's going to be returned out from around about the 10-yard line or so, and a decent push up that left sideline before there's a swarm of white shirts. And did a ball come out there? Seems to be a lot of commotion straight away, but a big hit on the return man, Jamil Seka. Will hold on to it. The NFL Academy will take over then around about the 20-yard line or so. 1st and 10 coming up in this first quarter. And a first chance to see what this Academy offense can do. Michael Szabo, the quarterback, coming out of the gun. Mr. Seelig alongside him, the running back. And they will hand off to the German, who finds his way squirming up the field. Just off the right of centre. Mr. Seelig. Imagine he's going to see a lot of the ball tonight. He's such a key cog in the Academy offense. Szabo loves to have him alongside him. Jamil Seka goes in motion from right to left, and they do flip it out to Seka, looking for the catch in the first down. Maybe just got enough and got those feet down in bounds, and that will be a setter down for the NFL Academy. Positive start on the first two plays of this opening drive. And in motion again as it's handed off by Szabo on the wide receiver jet sweep, but there's no going anywhere for Jamil Seka. Stuffed in the backfield, Mason Wydra on the tackle, and an important stop just to slow down the momentum for the IMG Academy. Never really sealed that right edge as Seka came round. Second down and long to go, and Szabo's looking for it all straight away. There was a lot of pushing and shoving down this sideline, and Matthew Okonade looks like he's going to get the call he was looking for. He felt immediately that the hands were unfairly on him from Michael Hunt Jr. Plenty of contact down this right sideline, but you can see Szabo fancying that one-on-one coverage with the English receiver.
Kein Foul. No foul for pass interference. It's third down.
The flag's being picked up. After a debate from the Zebra crew, the flag picked up, and that's another huge boost for the IMG Academy. 3rd and long coming up for Szabo here. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Flags before the snap. There's that IMG defensive line, far too eager. Danny McKenna and a couple of others as well, already trying to jump the start. Steve Hannon too, the defensive lineman. The debate will be, did anybody on that NFL Academy line flinch first?
Offside. Defense. 5 yards penalty, still the third down.
That's going to make it a third and slightly more manageable. The 10 yards needed for the first down, around about 5-6 yards or so for the Academy. Just keep an eye on the big number 30, Carmelo McKenzie, the defensive lineman, has a real wrecking ball in the center of that D-line. 3 receivers to the left now for the Austrian quarterback. Seelig alongside him too, as the Academy are going to come out of the gun, as they always do. Gives Szabo an opportunity to really assess the defense. They go with the play action fake, and it's just a little pitch and catch straight into the hands of Jamil Seka. And that looks like it'll be enough for a first down. Generous spot to say the least, but Seka will take all the grabs he can get on home soil tonight. And you have to imagine that the German players tonight for the Academy are really going to be buoyed just by the opportunity to get their hands dirty here in Munich this evening. And it's a drive for the NFL Academy that is slowly but surely working its way up the field. It's a lovely quick step inside by Justus Seelig, as he's able to find not just one, not just two, but all 10 yards and maybe a few more after that as well. Patience shown by the running back. Just waited to get the read off his blockers. The NFL Academy looking to get down to the line quickly. Szabo once more, assessing before stepping back into the gun. Tight end on the left-hand side of the line, 2 receivers right. Just one corner, Danny McKenna in the vicinity on this near side as they send a man in motion, then hand it off to the running back in Seelig. Able to step away from a couple of tackles, but brought down in the end by Xavier Gibson. It's another good gain, however, for the German. On the kind of night that he will want to put on a show, not just being on home soil, but after obviously having that announcement that he will be heading in December to the United States to play in the All-American Bowl. Seb Harris on that far side of the field. Emil Seka on this near side, the wide receiver. Szabo coming out of the gun once again. Skipping a step and flags fly as Seelig looking to try and find the crease. Third and short coming up, but we'll see what the flags are for here. I can only imagine it'd be offensive holding.
Holding. Offense. Number 69. That's a 10-yard penalty. We repeat the down.
Joseph Kirby, the man who used to play his football with Rushmore Knights, the offender on that offensive line, and it'll move the NFL Academy back. Second and long coming up. Changes of personnel as Okanade comes into the game. Seka in the slot on this near side goes in motion. Take the handoff by Szabo. He can use his legs when he has to. He decides to just throw it away safely. It was when we perhaps saw the best of him against De La Salle in that last outing at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, when Michael Szabo did just start to use his legs and find little gaps and creases to move up the field. That time, though, getting flushed out of the pocket very quickly. Szabo Cook may be the word on the street around the NFL Academy, but he's got to really turn up the heat now. Third and long coming. 4-man rush. Szabo just sits in the pocket. Now he's going to use his legs. He's going to have to get his skates on. There's a flag on the play as well, as Szabo trying to stretch it out onto that far side of the field. But Jackson Gaskill watching him all the way. We'll see what the flag is for. Could be holding once again on the NFL Academy. So difficult for a quarterback, particularly a right-hander moving out to that left side. You've got to try and contort your body back round if you want to go looking deep for an option downfield, and Sabo deciding instead that maybe he'd have a better chance just trying to get to that edge and try and turn the corner upfield.
Holding. Offense, number 69. The penalty is declined. First down.
Joseph Kirby, once again the offender. There's a bit of confusion here between the officiating crew. Perhaps what the NFL Academy want to do is the ball's finally spotted in the right position, fourth down coming up, and this will likely be a punt away rather than an attempt to going once again as Sabo makes his way across to the sidelines, and it'll be the first chance this evening for the IMG Academy to get their hands on the ball as they get set to return the punt. Fair catch called for. Ian Olsen. Strong, careful hands from the receiver who makes his way immediately into that offense. Also have to keep an eye on the number 3, Shepard Miller. He's had some big games this season, including where he ran riot against the Golden State Titans. As the IMG offense gets set to go to work. Josh Burrito out of the gun, the quarterback. Just going to hand it off to his running back alongside him. And that's a great quick step in the end by Shepard Miller. Pace of the movement there from the number 3. The pace as well of the IMG Academy offense that quickly goes straight to work once again. Handed off once more to the running back, who's going absolutely nowhere, stuffed around the line of scrimmage. Yassir Sani, I think it was, in on the tackle. Sani certainly the most vocal, getting up and celebrating as the quick third down coming up here. Burrito takes the snap, they hand it off once more as they look to run the ball again, and there's space this time as Miller's going to break it up to that right sideline and eventually get himself almost up to midfield. Just too much of a crease shown to the running back. And this will be very easy on the eyes of the Varsity White side. If they can keep finding creases, keep the ball on the ground and keep it simple and just start grinding down this NFL Academy defense, it can make it a long night tonight. Miller alongside Burrito out of the gun. Again, they go to the running back. Again, a hop and a step trying to find some room, but this time he's going absolutely nowhere. Ryoma
Official timeout for injured
stop.
player.
We've got an injury down there on the field as Van Azumanian is down there, the wide receiver out of Fort Smith, Arizona. Never looks too anxious, Steve Hagan, down there on the sideline. He's a really positive character, as you can tell, of course, with that interview he had before kickoff this evening with Phoebe. But if you ever get a chance to see anything behind the scenes from the NFL Academy, it's always a great amount of positivity around him. Tries to keep things simple, tries to be a real mentor for his players off the field as well. Manny Floor, the offensive lineman, off the deck and making his way to the sideline here. Handoff once again to Miller, once again stuffed, even before the line of scrimmage. Joe Kieser in on the stop, the German linebacker. Played his football at a young age with the Düsseldorf Panthers before coming across to Loughborough and joining up with the NFL Academy. Just wonder if they're going to keep feeding Miller the ball here, IMG right now. Burrito might need to throw at some point, and you'd imagine it'd be here on third down. Burrito takes the snap, drops back, flings it off to his running back, and he's stopped again at the line of scrimmage. Yassir Sani reading the running back out of the backfield and rocking his bell as well. And that's a big stop for the NFL Academy, thwarting IMG on their first drive of the night. Nothing from either offense on the scoreboard, but grit, determination, and some heavy hitting as well from both defenses early on. Americans will punt it away, and that one's going to be allowed to drop. Beautiful spin move on the collection there by Tyran Salpinas before he's eventually brought down. He evaded a couple of tackles, but never really looked like he was going to find a crease. Zabo brings the offense out once again. Got to midfield on that opening drive before just stalling. Penalties, real problems, silly mistakes. Something Steve Hagan hates to see, something we saw at Tottenham a few weeks ago. Seelig alongside his quarterback out of the gun. And they give it to him. And he's got a little bit of room between tackle and guard on this near side, but that room was closed down very quickly indeed. McKenna, the outside linebacker, getting down to the line of scrimmage quickly and just stifling Seelig before he could really get going. Looked like he had a huge lane at one point as well. It's a decent gain, however, for the German. Zabo with the pitch out to the far sideline. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs as well. Easy grab for Seb Harris, London Warriors man.
Official timeout for injured player.
Another injury down on the field as well, as you can just see running out there, Jeff Pond to look over things on the far side. It's a huge coaching staff at the IMG Academy. You've got a head coach of their national program in Billy Miller, a former Tampa Bay Buccaneer and Rutgers special team coach. The varsity program as well has Kyle Bray heavily involved, but it's Jeff Pond who's got the head coaching job with this IMG Academy varsity white team. Terrell Polk, I think that is, just away after the coming together on that far side of the field, and certainly not enough to be able to slow down the NFL Academy's momentum early on in this second drive of the night for their offense. Still a slight limp as well, just needs a little bit of help coming off the field, the man from Arcadia, Florida. Dominic Tietz in the wing position just on the right side of the line, the German tight end. Another key favourite for Michael Zabo, takes the snap out of the gun. It's a quick screen out to the right as Seelig does very well to avoid the first hit and just about get back to the line of scrimmage. NFL Academy going quickly here. 3 receivers left. Tight end in the wing position to the left as well. They'll hand it off once more to the running back. Seelig finding a gap, and he's got blockers ahead too. And he can break this one out to the left sideline. Michael Hunt Jr., the only one to beat, and did just enough to push him out of bounds. Justus Seelig starting to take control and take over, and certainly gaining confidence with every single run of the night tonight. Same formation. 3 receivers right. Maybe more of the same as well, although it's kept by Szabo this time, who tries to break it off to that left side, but he's smothered before he could find any room. Michael Hunt Jr. again on that far sideline, just making sure the Austrian quarterback was sealed in. This, though, the big run by Seelig. Just needed that last block to try and take the corner out of the equation. Big gain on that moves the NFL Academy into enemy territory. Szabo incomplete out to that far side of the field. 3rd down coming up now. 3rd and maybe about 6 yards to go. NFL Verona Blackstad coming in. Big target to try and utilize the former rugby man, of course, who was playing rugby with Saracens. Szabo comes out under center. That's certainly a rarity. Just handing it off and rumbling and bubbling is Didi Georgiou. Able to storm his way forward for what looks like to be enough for a fresh set of downs here for the NFL Academy.
Official timeout
Short
for
yardage
injured player.
running back. Georgiou, who just packs a little bit more of a punch than Seelig, particularly after a couple of big breaks from the German. He's a larger unit, unlike Seelig, who's very nippy and quick, got that low center of gravity. Another timeout due to injury, and another chance for Clayton Turner and co to just have a chat with their young men on the sideline. Turner, the offensive coordinator out of the University of Miami as a player, and he's spent a large part of his career coaching in Germany as well. Another one of the IMG Academy is limping towards the sideline. Certainly not what you want to see this evening. Steve Hannon, the one who's just struggling slightly. So a fresh set of downs once again as Szabo and Seelig walk to the shotgun position. Secker out wide on that far side of the field. Tight end on the right and left side of the line. Look how many white jerseys are down in the box as well, looking to bring pressure the IMG Academy. Szabo with the throw after the play action. Oh, it's in and out of the hands of Jamil Secker. On another night, on another evening, he brings that one into the breadbasket. Beautiful play action fake from Michael Szabo. Just has his man on the inside. He's beaten the coverage and he can't hold on. It's in the hands, it's on his thigh. Second down coming up. Secker goes in motion. There's the fake by Szabo. And then he's going to look for Seelig, who just drifted into open space out of the backfield. Touchdown, NFL Academy. Justus Seelig is having a day today. Big bursts on the ground. And then the pitch and catch from his quarterback through the air to pick up the first touchdown of the night. chance for Liam Dinning to try and add the extra point here. That'll do. 7-point lead. The NFL Academy will have the opening scratch of the evening. Defense do what they did on that last drive, that opening drive for the IMG Academy offense. Find a stop. I have to say, the amount of time and space that Seelig found himself in out of the backfield. He won't find room like that again this evening, I'm sure. Rafael Verona Blackstad to kick it away. The IMG Academy Varsity White will go to work. No surprise, the idea that we'll see a lot more of Shepard Miller again as we did on their opening drive. So number 3 trots his way out onto the field, but Ian Olsen could still play a part as well. Barredo has plenty of weapons. First and 10 from the IMG 20. Josh Barredo trying to see a little bit of movement, trying to get somebody to jump. Almost did. They go to the air this time and they find a crease straight away. Ball's on the ground, it's going to be incomplete. In and out of the hands of Sumanian. You can see himself beating his own helmet, frustrated not to have come away with that.
The result of the play is an incomplete pass. We play the second down.
Thanks to the officials just for confirming the call, but clearly blown dead as soon as the ball came out. That, I say, very similar to the one that Jamil Seka had in his hands a few moments ago. Barredo takes the snap, drops back, throws it across the middle. Lovely pitch and catch and a great turn as well by Bilar Begovic. He'll just step away up from the initial contact and roam his way almost up to midfield, up to the 45-yard line. That's when it's simple, that's when it's easy. A big receiver to aim at like that, just settles into some space in the center of the field. And all Barredo has to do is stand there, fire straight from the shoulder as he comes out of the gun once more, running back alongside him, all passing this time from the IMG Academy. He's able to find Miller, who steps away from the first contact and the second and takes a bit more as well, and he's going to grind for those extra yards. Maybe just short. It will depend on the spot that we're going to see here from the officials. I think it's going to be inches coming up here, what's needed. straight into the space, gets that head around so quickly, and there's just not enough time in the end for Yassir Sani to come across and make the contact, and perhaps over chasing as well on the running back. Trying to find that outside shoulder. They have given it as a first down, so 1st and 10 coming up. Whistles go and flags fly before the play really should have been off, as we'll wait for the call. I only assume that somebody jumped down there in a white jersey. That seems to be the indication from the NFL Academy.
Illegal snap, offense. 5 yards penalty, repeat down.
It's the same as a false start, the illegal snap that'll be held against Josh Barrido. Wilson coming to this near side. Barrido coming out of the gun. Miller once more, just tucked in behind him. Switch the tight ends to that right-hand side of the line. That's where Miller looks to go and then bounce it back across on the counter. Flags fly once more as the run is shut down after a minimal gain.
Holding, number 76, offense. 10 yards penalty, we repeat down.
Ten-yard walk back for the IMG Academy that makes it a very long start to this next play. Barrido on first down, just about taking the snap. Almost came off the shoulder of Miller, and that one shut down right in the middle of the field. Maybe a loss of 1 on the play. Trying to set up the screen and try and catch that NFL Academy defense over committing to the quarterback. 2nd and long coming up. Ball on the wrong side of midfield for the IMG Academy. Barrido with the running back alongside him. 2 receivers, 1 in the slot and 1 wide out to the right as he goes to this near side. Instead, ball is tipped off the shoulder of Olsen. Great coverage from Enrique Aspinall. Not giving Olsen any time or space on this near sideline, and when it popped up, certainly Aspinall had some idea where it was going. I don't think Olsen did at all, though. Third down coming up then. 3rd and very, very long indeed as Barrido goes out towards that right sideline. Just can't connect up with Bilal Begovic, I think it was. That's another really good stop for the NFL Academy defense. It's shown the IMG team that they've certainly got the ability to break big plays if and when. NFL Academy defense with a very much bend, don't break attitude. Let the odd big play go, but only when it's in the IMG Academy's half, and don't let them across midfield. It's worked now on the first 2 drives as it's going to be punted away by Bilal Begovic. Taken on the bounce once again, the return by Hinas as he's once again looking to find some space, but he's down at the 22-yard line. We've got a player down as well as Heron Bareka is slow to get up on the field. Still nothing to break for the Dutchman on these punt returns. We'll wait to see what the flag is as well at the end of the play. One thing that De La Salle said that they were very aware of was that this NFL Academy team come here to play hard and hit hard. Physically, they always want to be the most dominant. And these European players, of course, certainly have a maybe extra step to make or two compared to their American compatriots in terms of being ingrained into the sport. Steve Hagan describing it as trying to do 4 years worth of high school football in 12
Legal
months.
block in the back. Number 56 of the return team. That's a 10-yard penalty. First down.
Bo Bego with the illegal block in the back that led to Barreca being down on the deck. Moves the NFL Academy back for the start of this drive. Around about the 12-yard line then, not quite from underneath their own goalposts, but there's not too much room to work with. Expect to see it handed off maybe to Seelig. There's a lot of early movement on this right side of the line. Certainly looked like Max Hoke may have been the first to flinch.
False start, offense.
Swedish right tackle certainly looked like he jumped, although Samu Suminen also going early just inside of him. Perhaps the NFL Academy moving back before they've even really started this drive. Sabo coming out of the gun. Sabo's going to throw after faking the handoff, and it's just about brought into the arms as they get back to at least the initial line of scrimmage by Dominic Tietz's catch. Some of the jitters on a cold evening here in Germany. Tietz showing great recovery of keeping his eyes on the ball as it tipped around him.
End of the first quarter.
So the first quarter in the books. It's a 7-0 lead for the NFL Academy. It's a very promising start indeed for the NFL Academy's defense tonight. And they've looked strong and sturdy against what is a often potent IMG Academy offense inspired by the running of Shepard Miller. He looked like he's been able to break a couple. And certainly had a couple of juicy runs and catches as well, but it's been tough going for the drives to move anywhere past midfield for the IMG Academy varsity white team. What we've seen on the other side from the NFL Academy in terms of their offense is an offense that is being led and driven forward by Justus Seelig, and I imagine there are plenty down there that are very eager to see more of Seelig this evening. Zabo fakes the handoff again. He's just going to float one down this near sideline, and it's caught into the arms of Seka. Once again, Zabo seeing the one-on-one coverage on this near side and fancying the jump ball from Jamil Seka. Big gain that moves the NFL Academy across midfield. Sabo takes the snap, hands it off. Seelig breaking a tackle and skipping away from another, and Seelig's going to take this one to the house for his second touchdown of the night. One through the air, one on the ground, and the German is running riot on home soil tonight for the NFL Academy. It's that quick burst and those feet suddenly get motoring. And he had defensive bodies just clamoring at his feet. But no one could get enough on him. And a chance once again for Liam Dinning to add the extra point. Flags fly before that, however. I'll make that around about a 45-yard touchdown for Mr. Seelig.
False start. Number 83. 5-yard penalty. Stole the try.
Five yards further back for the extra point. No matter for the Irishman, straight through the uprights, 14-0 NFL Academy lead. It's all about these two tonight. Sabo spotting his receiver downfield and connecting with the German Jamil Secker. And that set up this 45-yard touchdown run by Justus Seelig. His second of the night. Superb step through the line. And once he saw daylight, no one was slowing him down. A cushion and some breathing room for the NFL Academy. 14-0 they lead. Midway through this second quarter. That one again will go out the back of the end zone. No chance for the return for the Americans as Shepard Miller has to leave it. And he and that offense will go to work once more. First and 10 from the 20. Barrido. Receivers spread out. And coming in motion is Olsen. And they will give it to Olsen, who was hoping to have the momentum on the wheel route upfield, but there's nowhere to go because he had to turn back to get it. It wasn't the best delivery in the end by Barrido, who didn't really lead him. Second and long coming up as it's the little pitch outside, and I tell you what, Barrido needs to dive on that quickly. Azumanian, the intended receiver of the pitch, but it was a backwards pass, so loose ball on the field, and Barrido quick to recover it before anybody in a black jersey could. Tails are up for this NFL Academy defense right now. They're turning the screw on IMG. Third and very long coming up here for the Americans. Barrido trying to escape away from the pressure. There's no escape at all, and almost brought down right on the edge of the end zone. A swarm of bodies in there. Johannes Mega, one of them. Another German who is certainly finding his best tonight. This is going to be an awkward position for the IMG Academy to punt from. This is going to be great field possession as well for the NFL Academy. No real room for Bill Begovic as he punts it away. It's not going to make it to midfield as Pinas gathers, and he's got blockers, and he's got a lane, and he's got a chance to break it out to the left, and Pinas is potentially going to take this one all the way back. Just one man to beat. Touchdown, NFL Academy. They'll do it any way you want it tonight here in Germany. One high, one low, and one from the special teams unit as well, as the onslaught continues here. He's been looking for that lane all night. The Irishman will add the extra point. No good. Right in the end, and it will remain just a 20-point lead for the NFL Academy, but they will still be all smiles on that sideline. Have a look again. Bilar Begovic, not much room, and certainly struggling with the snap. Pinas is just patient. And then the burst, and he sees this edge on the outside. He's only got the kicker to try and get past. Inside, ball down across the line. It's not done yet. You have to say it looks very good for the Europeans right now. Never count out special teams. Every coach worth his metal will tell you there are three phases to this game: offense, defense, and special teams, and they're all required in equal number, often overlooked. They won't be this evening. Blackstad will send it away. For the IMG Academy, you feel this is a big drive coming up as Miller looks to find a better starting position for them. Won't be the case. It's back to almost the 20-yard line, and that has been the consistent starting point for the Americans tonight. I have to say, if they're opening three drives, the best of them was the initial one for Shepard Miller, where they just kept on running the ball. Time for Barrido to go to work once more. Two receivers left, two receivers right. Cunningham moving inside, and there's a fumbled snap and handoff in the backfield as Barrido and Miller just not on the same wavelength, and it's small and silly errors. Second and around about 15 coming up here for IMG Academy. They're trying to get the right word in from the sideline. Miller alongside him. It's just going to be a safe handoff right underneath their goalpost. Miller with a beautiful sidestep and a little bit more as well. Bouncing off tackles, he's able to break out to that left sideline, and that's what the IMG Academy want to see from Shepard Miller. Enrique Aspinall bumping shoulders with him, but never got the arms wrapped. Miller gives his offense some breathing room. Well, he can carry this offense when needed. And they certainly needed him here. That quick step, and again, just seeing the separation. Let's see Sani just stoic like a statue as they run it again on first down here. Bilal Begovic just being knocked to the ground further up the field. He has a few words with the official. Second down coming up. 2nd and 10 from the 35. We'll hand it off to the running back. Miller again looks to go to work, but can't find anything past maybe a yard and a half gain. Another big third down coming up here for the IMG Academy. Tight end to that right side of the line as they fake the handoff and go downfield, but again it's leading the receiver too much as it's nowhere near CJ Cunningham, and Barredo falls short on the third down conversion. There's certainly some frustration coming from the Americans right now. Another punt, a chance for Pinas as well. More room this time for Bilal Begovic. It's a punt too, Pinas to take it. His blockers again. Smart play from the special teams unit of the IMG Academy. There was patience just shown there rather than rushing to the Dutchman once more, the flying Dutchman as he's been tonight. Ball around about the 24-yard line. Zabo once again out of the gun. Empty backfield this time. This wide receiver screenplay that's going to be stretched all the way out to this near side of the field. There's absolutely no way to try and move it north and south rather than east and west, however, as Seka was just looking for gaps that contain on this near side of the defense by the IMG Academy. Just making sure there was no real room for Seka to really bend it either outright up the sideline or find a crease through the middle. So we're just handing it off. There's a little option out to the German running back. Seelig once again gets the first down and a little bit extra as well, moving the ball up to around about the 44.
Official timeout for injured player.
The Jamil Seka fan base is in the house tonight. Everybody on the sideline absolutely togged up for what is a bitterly cold evening. First and 10. Whistles before we get any sort of action here. Just got a injury timeout again, I believe, on this IMG Academy sideline. Finally, we can get this drive back underway. Zabo spreads out the receivers. There's a early start there as Carmelo McKenzie trying to get the jump on the center.
Offside. Defense. 5 yards penalty. Still first down.
McKenzie going early rather than Oliver Lieutenant. I get the feeling that the interior lineman is growing in frustration right now, McKenzie. Hasn't really had a chance to get to Zabo. He's had a great quick release so far this evening. Sends his man in motion, fakes the handoff to the receiver, flings it out to the far sideline, and there's so much room and separation. And this is going to be interesting because you aren't allowed to hurdle at this level of football. You know, we saw a penalty flag come out in the last outing for the NFL Academy for hurdling, as it's another great grab up that right side by Luca Wolf, the Austrian. First time the tight end has had the ball in his hands. I don't actually think that Wolf was able to hurdle the DB hit. Well worked again as he went looking to go over the top of Michael Hunt Jr., who's certainly been on the receiving end of quite a few gains for the NFL Academy tonight. Because the hurdle wasn't completed, he didn't go over the top of the defensive back. There is no flag. It's a let-off really for Luca Wolf. Just wonder if that's what's being discussed down there on the sideline as Jeff Pond has made his way out to talk to the officials right now. Going up but doesn't go over. You could argue, as I say, that he never actually hurdled the tackler.
Timeout. IMG.
Confirmation that the IMG Academy taking their first time out of this first half, a first half that is certainly getting away from the Americans in terms of the scoreboard. And now maybe some of the decisions as well. First down for around about the 27-yard line in enemy territory here for the NFL Academy. Zabo takes the snap, looking to throw. He's got time in the pocket. He's also got room to run if he wants to, and he is going to go straight up the field, bending it out to the side. Able to avoid the tackle of Xavier Gibson. Caden Brewer just trying to step away from the situation, but not before he got in the face of the Austrian quarterback. The patience here, sees there's nothing on, but knows a gap is coming, and it's great work as well, just to make sure Carmelo McKenzie, the big number 30, was kept at bay. First and 10 again. About the 12-yard line. Szabo this time going down to the deck. Jacob Hansen appears for the night. It's the first time we've seen the big zero coming up. And it's less than zero for the NFL Academy on that one. Shut down in the backfield. And Michael Szabo hit for the first time for a sack. I have to say we've been waiting to see that from Hansen. He timed his penetration perfectly through that offensive line. Second and very long indeed from the 26. Three receivers out to this left side as Szabo's going to look to the right instead, and it's another jump ball as flags fly on that far side of the field, and Michael Hunt Jr. never really turned his head round. He was playing the man rather than the ball, and immediately Matthew Okanade was looking for a call. What we've seen tonight from Szabo so far is he's been happy to take those looks, those one-on-one looks on either sideline to any receiver that he sees in those positions.
Pass interference, defense, number 5. 15-yard penalties.
That's a killer for the IMG Academy, who had the NFL Academy backed up after that sack on Szabo, but you see here, there's no safety support either, so he's happy Szabo to send it up. Never gets the head turn, Michael Hunt Jr. He will feel aggrieved about it. I think every single corner in the NFL and college game makes those sorts of calls. So 15 yards gained after the big loss on that first down. Seelig keeps it for himself, trying to squirm his way through. Never really believed that he was going to give that pitch to Michael Szabo, did you? Got another IMG Academy player down on the field right now.
For an injury.
And that is somebody they certainly don't want to see leaving too early. Carmelo McKenzie. Like he was holding his arm or his elbow. You certainly hope that such a big character and such an important part of that defensive line is going to be able to see out all 4 quarters this evening. Great to see Luca Wolf just bouncing there, although maybe to keep Same can't be said too much about the IMG Academy right now. It's a cold, cold night, and only getting colder, really. They're on this near sideline. 20-0 in Hull. The Americans have not enjoyed their trip so far. As we mentioned, they only came into Germany on the Wednesday. It doesn't give you much time to really sort out the jet lag, as McKenzie's being looked over on this sideline. It is around that elbow that he seems to be struggling. On to centre, he's just going to hand it off. Big surge and a big call coming from the NFL Academy players. We wait for the confirmation from the Zebra crew. Georgiou getting it across and getting the touchdown. It's eventually given. 4 unanswered, 3 in this sterling second quarter from the NFL Academy. And this is a stark contrast indeed in Germany. to what we saw at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. This time the extra point is good. It's a 27-0 lead, the NFL Academy hold over IMG. It's a commanding lead as we continue to work our way through this second quarter. It's brute force from the Brit that gets himself across. Selig's been stealing the headlines tonight, but Giorgio happy to see his name on the touchdown sheet as well. How much would Steve Hagan love to get to the end of this second quarter with a big fat 0 in the IMG Academy score, the scoreboard, as it's a huge hit on Miller, who gets rough round the edges and then some. There's no messing about tonight. You could hear that one from London. Got to go at the start of this drive as Miller looks to try and find some real estate to start running in, but again, as it has been on far too many occasions this evening for the IMG Academy, stop before he can find any room whatsoever. It's either big chunks or absolutely nothing right now for Miller and co. Second and about 14 coming up. Barrido looks to throw. Almost picked off. Superb coverage from Nathan Owusu-Ansah. Just for a second, he thought he was coming away with that. Played that seam route perfectly, and it was slightly underthrown by Josh Barrido. Third and long comes up now for the IMG Academy. Coverage just backing off slightly. Barrido takes the snap. It's going to be a screen to Miller. He's got a lot of room on this left sideline as well. Miller almost wrapped up round the neck there. That was almost a very high tackle indeed. But what he does is he gets the NFL Academy up to almost, the IMG Academy, excuse me, up towards midfield, as there's plenty of afters with the NFL Academy sideline, and the offensive lineman Robert Strike, who can't believe he's been flagged for that, but that should be a 15-yard penalty. Beautiful work by Miller. Got the blocks, and this is the afters. You see the offensive lineman just coming to defend his running back as Brandon Bryant. You can understand why that was considered potentially high tackle. You see there Steve Hagen as well, just getting the Swedish DB out of the situation as quickly as possible because he was starting to chirp back too. Down there.
We got 2 fouls on the play. After the ball was dead, unsportsmanlike conduct of number 73 offense. Unsportsmanlike conduct number 16 NFL Academy. Balls, penalties offset, first down.
It's no surprise to see the officials come away with that call. You just saw Brandon Bryant giving a couple of hand gestures and continuing the chirping after that flag was thrown initially on the offensive lineman's strike. Hagen trying to remove him from the scenario so quickly, but the penalty's offset and it's 1st and 10 coming up at around about the 45 here for IMG. Yet to really get into Academy territory, and they had open receivers downfield as Olsen sees it broken up and again slightly underthrown in these cold conditions. The ball just isn't going to fly as well for Barrido on those deep balls. I have to wonder if Barrido made the correct call on that. He had 2 receivers, but Olsen was the one that was certainly far more covered. Azimanian, the other one, I think, who was a lot more space down that sideline. 2 left, 2 right once again for Barrido. Overthrows that one, and that one is picked off. Owusu Ansah, who almost came away with one a few moments ago, gets the first turnover of the night. From what could have potentially been a big play to an even bigger one the other way for the NFL Academy. Defense wins championships. It's the age-old adage in this sport. They are having a game tonight. Zabo takes the snap and gives it to the German. Seelig finding his feet, finding some room. Gets about 6 yards, maybe 7. Second and about a manageable 4 coming up. Confidence just emanating off the Europeans right now.
Official timeout for injured player.
Another injury for the IMG Academy as well to try and contend with. We've had too many of those tonight. Wry smile from the official. Eventually one from Coach Hagen as well. He said he's very much a role model and sometimes almost a father figure, parental figure, if you will, for these players who are based in Loughborough in the United Kingdom but come from all across Europe. Many of them away from their families for large periods of time at such a young age, and it's on the coaches like Hagen, like Ian Jackett, the wide receivers coach, like Eli Turner as well, the running back coach, to be that support network along with their teammates while they're over here. And they have great support as well academically. They have assistants helping out to make sure that these young men not only find a sporting education and get caught up with the world of American football, but an education as well, them away from the NFL Academy with Zabo comes out. Second and about 4 to go. Zabo stepping into the throw and looking long, finding his intended receiver. No good. Secker unable to gather it in. Deep shot to the German, who I'm sure with Seelig making the headlines on home soil wants to see his name up in lights as well tonight. Zabo just stepping into this throw, just about getting it off before Mackenzie could get to him.
It's a 2-minute warning at 1:49 remaining.
Third down coming up. Zabo with an empty backfield. Look at where Justus Seelig is. Now he steps back alongside his quarterback. They've got a number of tricks that they can work with Seelig as well. Can line up in multiple positions. We've seen that already tonight. Secker went in motion into that right slot position. Zabo will take the first down and more, and look at all of that space in front of him. Gets caught from behind. May just need to learn to slide slightly. Tap tackle on the ankle, but keeps the drive going as the clock continues to run here inside 2 minutes of the half. Zabo flings one to the corner, intercepted, looking for too much in double coverage, and it's picked off by Xavier Gibson. He took an almighty hit as well in the aftermath as Gibson and Terence Alpinas and others just starting to have a war of words as flags fly at the end of that one. It was an absolute shot on Xavier Gibson. Apologise for any bad language you may hear, but you can certainly garner the idea that the IMG Academy feel that this could just be a big motivational boost going into the half, something to hang their hat on. It's a difficult throw to make for Zabo, that one. 3 DBs in the vicinity. And that is helmet-to-helmet contact. It's no surprise to see the flags flying after that one on Terence Alpinas. It's the first real negative in the NFL Academy's night tonight. Considering the standards that are set by
We got 2 fouls on the play.
Coaches.
Personal foul, number 4. Unnecessary roughness. After the game, unsportsmanlike conduct of the NFL Academy sideline. That's an additional 15 yards. First down.
It's going to be an absolute killer blow for what's been a almost perfect first half for the NFL Academy. The helmet-to-helmet contact may not have been intentional. It may have just been a slight rush of blood to the head from Terence Alpinas. But the unsportsmanlike conduct from the sideline afterwards is something that just cannot happen. And look how far it moves the IMG Academy up into enemy territory and at the 46-yard line. And there's time left on the clock here. Hand it off. Miller looking for room. Trying to find that edge, but flung down to the ground as Matty Kruger was clinging on for dear life and got helped out by Joel Kisa. 2 timeouts remaining for the IMG Academy as the ball has to be spotted by the officials here. Tight end on the left side of the line. Two receivers out there as well as Barrido drops back and gets smothered. He's getting chippy, and again it's another flag flying as Barrido is slow to get up here. Landed in a really awkward way. Hobson Heinemann, the backup quarterback if needed tonight for the IMG Academy. Let's see what the flags are for here.
After the ball set, personal foul, number 76, 15-yard penalty, third down. Timeout, IMG, second timeout.
IMG just taking an extra moment, probably to allow Josh Barrido to get his breath back after an awkward collision. Just seemed to bend in a couple of wrong directions.
We've got 40 seconds left on the game clock.
Chance as well for the NFL Academy defense to regroup. 15-yard penalty, moving IMG back into their own territory once more. Backed up to the 35-yard line. Barrido takes the snap, drops back, drops it out to this sideline. Nowhere to go as the frustration comes out from Azumanian. Seen both offenses try that, just utilize motion pre-snap to try and get the receiver moving faster on the wheel route. Punt unit out for IMG here to boom it away. Begovic sends it to Pinas, who may have just touched that, and that needs to be dived on quickly by the NFL Academy. Ball is loose. It's a huge mistake from the Europeans suddenly. The basics going out of the window as Michael Hunt Jr. bouncing onto the loose ball. Momentum can do funny things in this game, and that is a big momentum boost for IMG Academy right now. Ball can't be advanced on the fumble recovery. So the offense will still have to try and find the last 4 yards or so. First and goal coming up. First time we've seen the IMG Academy.
Ball was touched by the return team. Therefore, it was free to recover by IMG. IMG recovered the ball at the 10. They're not allowed to return them further. First down.
So first and goal coming up. Barrido takes the snap. Looks for the corner. Touchdown. Romel Corvea brings it in. And there is life yet in the Americans. Made it look routine in the end. Difficult for the snap with Barrido having to reach down to grab it, but coverage not close enough from Mikkel Ngassa. Even Olsen, excuse me, able to bring that one in. And the field goal's blocked. And there's no going anywhere for Olsen. Only 6 on the board then for IMG. Will Coach Hagan and his offense go looking for perhaps one last scoring drive before halftime? Of course, when we get to the half-time interval, we'll go back down to John and Phoebe to get Phoebe's thoughts of the opening half. We've certainly had plenty of action. Casentino to kick off. Ball comes out. And we'll wait for the signal from the officials because the IMG Academy is saying that should be a safety because that was taken back into the end zone. I have to say, you can only agree with them. It was Secker on the return. Either that or it was prematurely blown dead. You can't take the ball from outside of your own end zone back in after the fumble on the return. The officials have called it dead, I think, early before Secker could make it out of the end zone. I have to say, I don't know why they've called it dead because it can't be a touchback at that point. The shake of the head from Jeff Pond, I think, tells you everything. I think he's aghast at the fact that the early whistle was blown and that it's going to be ruled a touchback and that the NFL Academy are going to start at their own 20 here, and I think they're just going to take the knee and get to halftime. So what a half it's been. The NFL Academy with 27 points on the board, but late blunders right at the end of this second quarter have given IMG an opportunity to get on the scoreboard, and one that they've so surely taken thanks to the touchdown pass from Josh Barrido. Justice Seelig and co put on an absolute performance for a quarter and probably 2/3, but right at the end, a chippy affair under the lights in Germany has just led to a bit of fragility being shown by the NFL Academy. Let's have a look back at how the first half has played out. Mr. Seelig was the man of the moment coming into tonight's encounter before we even reach kickoff. The announcement that he will be heading to America in December to be part of the US Army All-American Bowl in Texas, and touchdown reception for him to open things off in the first quarter. This connection as well for Jamil Seka, latching on to Michael Zabo's deep shot, opening up the opportunity for this, a 45-yard touchdown run from Justus Seelig. Two on the board for him, two unanswered for the NFL Academy. It was a dream start, really, for the running back here in Germany. And it got even better as well. A return here from Taransel Pinas, taken back to the house. Just thought he might get pulled down short, but able to ride the tackles and force his way through the last couple of yards. Perfect from Pinas. And then Georgiou as well on the short touchdown run. For the fourth, they've missed one extra point so far this evening. Answered on the board. But then that grab from the wide receiver Ian Olsen. And that's all she wrote for the scoring in a dramatic opening half from Germany. Half time then, 27-6, the NFL Academy lead over IMG Academy.
Hey, we have another great guest. He's been with us a couple different times. You saw us at Edgewater. You saw us at Nike. And you were so impressed that you thought you'd come back. We loved having you back. Coach Tony Charles from America, and he runs an Army All-American game. And we're so glad. He's got a special announcement, so I'm going to step aside and let him announce what he's got going on.
Yeah, definitely. Again, my name is Tony Charles. I'm the Director of International Operations for the U.S. Army All-American Bowl, and I've been traveling around with the NFL Academy for quite a few games, traveled with them all over the world, you know, because I want to see the best of the best talent outside of America, because as we all know, there's a lot of great football outside of America, and like these pros are saying before, we want to find someone who's special, who's going to set themselves apart and rise from the pack. This year I only have one pick for all around the world to make my all-world pick. Next year I have 10, but this year Rich McGinnis and David Baker told me if I can go find that one guy who's going to represent American football outside of the U.S., and that one guy is Justus Seelig.
Yes, sir!
Thank you so much. This means the world to me. I remember I was talking with Coach Winston yesterday. I remember I was younger. I started football playing at 11-year-old in Germany, and I was watching the All-American Bowl, the Army All-American Bowl, and I was like, man, it's too bad I'm from Germany. I never get that chance. I would love to play in that game, and look where we are now, man. It's insane. I could not be more happy. I'm so grateful for everything. The Academy, I'm so grateful for my whole team. They push me every day, and I'm just happy and I'm excited. Looking forward to what's to come.
He's been phenomenal. He really is the engine of this team, and what makes him so special is his ability to kind of follow his lead blockers, but it's those yards after contact, his balance, his vision whilst he's playing. Such a deserving young man. We spoke to him earlier, and he just really resounds what the NFL Academy stands for.
Yeah, he really does. It's one of those players where you think, okay, that's it. No, that's it. No, you can't, no. Surely, no more yards are coming. More yards are coming. It's like what we like to see. Who else has stood out in that first half for you, Phoebes?
Yeah, I mean, I think we would be amiss to not recognize Jamil Seka and what he's done. He's been phenomenal for them, and a really cool story about him. His father played in NFL Europe. Richard Yancey, he was a safety. He also was on the practice squad for the 49ers. So very cool for him to be able to see his son out here playing. And we heard his name a lot tonight. Taransel Pinas has been phenomenal. That return he had, it just gave them so much momentum. I think right now, and we're seeing it a little bit at the end of that half, the academy has to be able to stay focused. Going into this next half, the IMG Academy are starting with the ball, so they're going to be trying to, what we would say, double dip, score before the half, score after the half. They're going to have to stay locked in. It's getting cold. You've got to be able to take advantage of that. The academy are hard hitters, so we know they can get back into that, work on those fundamentals. That's what Coach Hagan's probably going to be telling them.
Yeah, been a tough half for IMG, hasn't it? And the cold is something that, you know, when you're based in Florida, the cold is not cold to us. I mean, it's about 2 degrees now here in Germany, and we saw a lot of stoppages there. We saw a lot of players struggling with injuries, but getting a touchdown towards the end of the half, that's kind of what you want, right? Because you want to have a good kind of team talk, you want to regroup, you want to come out with a new focus, a blank piece of paper, and see what you can do in the second half.
Yeah, and they've stayed locked in, right? I mean, Xavier Gibson getting that interception before the half, and then you have special teams. That's such a big part of the game. Just being really aware, you know, on kickoff, you can't be touching the football. It bounces back in, and they're just staying opportunistic. They have played a lot of football, and that's something that Coach Hagan's trying to get more for the NFL Academy. Get them more playing time, get them more opportunities. The game experience is what's so key, and you can see that showing up a little bit here. But IMG have the momentum going into the half. They start with the ball. NFL Academy, their defense is going to have to be on point and really set the tone early on.
Yeah, both coaches very animated on the sidelines here. Great to see so many people coming down as well, braving the cold. We've got some fantastic smells coming across, I have to say, and I think in the second half I might have to stop Phoebe going and get that popcorn. She's mentioned it about 5 times now. Anyway, today is a very special day for one of the NFL Academy players.
The Academy is a place to come, grow, and go. And this guy, Andy Quinn, you get a chance to go somewhere. Where are you going to go now?
Is this the first time?
So I'm very happy to announce that I'll be committing to Boston College. Yeah, I just want to thank my parents, all my family, my aunties, my uncles, my cousin Paul and Amy over in America for helping me out this summer. All the boys here in the background helping me through every single day. The academics, Liam Wild, I wouldn't get to any college, never mind a new Ivy League, without Liam. So thank you to all them, and obviously Chris Durham and Coach Hagan for giving me the opportunity to play football here in the academy and fulfill my dreams. And also Ty Leader for getting me involved in American football. So thanks to all of you. Thank you.
Skinny kid to Boston College. Let's go!
And Andy Quinn joins us right now. A really special moment for you.
Yeah, unbelievable. It's been a culmination of two years of hard work to get to this point, and to firstly get a scholarship and now to be able to accept it is I'm delighted to have that opportunity.
I mean, you're such a talented player. Recently, seeing you kick a 79-yard long field goal, I mean, that's incredible for kickoff. I mean, how is that? I mean, you're setting records, really. That was with Tag Leaguer and Cole's kicking. I mean, what has that been like for you?
Yeah, it's been great opportunity to sort of transfer from rugby so seamlessly. Becoming good at American football is been a bit of like imposter syndrome, that I didn't think I was going to be this good, but I'm delighted the way it's worked out.
Yeah, and look, recently in the news, Jude McAtamey from Swatcha, that's an incredible deal, playing for the Giants only last weekend. What does that mean for you in terms of a mentor or somebody to look up to?
It paves a path for Irish kickers and all international kickers, seeing that it's a possibility. We knew paths like the IPP were there, but seeing Jude actually do it, it becomes less of a dream and more of a reality now.
So talk to us about this next step then, because it's a huge deal.
Yeah, so I'm going to be going out to Boston College in January this year or next year. So I'm really looking forward to meeting the new coaching staff that's there, a new coaching staff for me, and getting to mix with all the players and get into the hard work in January.
When we found out about this earlier, Phoebe was saying some amazing things about that place.
Yeah, I mean, like we were talking a little bit earlier as well about Boston College. I mean, great educational system.
Yeah.
New England in the fall, and what are some of the things that you're really looking forward to whilst you're out there?
Yeah, so like I went on my official visit 2 weeks ago, and we were there, and the leaves are just falling, and the campus looks unreal. But I'm really looking forward to the game day atmosphere that Boston has. We got to see Louisville play against Boston in Chestnut Hill, and it was a great atmosphere, and I can't wait to run out in front of that crowd.
you think you'll have a lot of your friends and family coming over to watch
I think
you?
so. There's a game scheduled for Notre Dame next year, so I think a lot of people will be coming out for that.
Oh, that's going to be incredible. I know you've played in front of, at home in Ireland a couple times now with the NFL Academy. I mean, what is that atmosphere like? What must that mean for yourself?
Like, it's being Irish and coming to play a foreign sport to me, and then having that much support behind me, it really makes it feel more like home. It makes it feel more natural for me to be able to play the sport.
I was going to say, can you just sum up your experience of the NFL Academy? Because there'll be a lot of people watching right now that may not be up for it themselves. They might be a little bit too old, but they might have, relatives who say, "Oh, look, I'll just watch this. I want to get involved in that." And just talk through just your experience of being involved.
Well, like it's an absolutely life-changing opportunity. If you have the opportunity to come here, I'd say come and experience high school football, the best high school football you can play outside of America. It's given me a life-changing opportunity educationally and also athletically. So it's completely changed my life, and I'm delighted to have committed to it this time last year.
Feels like this is just the start as well, right?
Oh, and we're so excited for you. I mean, have you been able to, we talk so much about the NFL Academy and what a community and brotherhood it is. Have you been speaking to any of your fellow teammates that are playing out in the States? What is their advice to you?
Yeah, so I got to actually fly out and see Peter Clark in Temple University, and then Emmanuel in Tennessee, and talking to them, they sort of showed me the opportunity that is college football in America, and they just made me more excited for the opportunity.
Excellent stuff. Well, we're going to let you go and enjoy the rest of this game. Would you like to be out there at 2 degrees?
I think I'm going to have to get used to it going to Boston and New England, but
good answer.
Yeah.
You are. Thanks very much for joining us. We'll let you head out, and we're going to swap you out with someone who knows this this field very, very well. Oh, he's there. He's just chatting to a friend. Flo, that was Andy Quinn. Thank you very much to Andy for joining us. Flo, would you like to
come on in? Flo,
would you like to slide in here? Flo Fent from the Munich Rangers.
Right.
Can I first of all say, fantastic facial hair.
Thank you very much, man. Yeah, it's Movember for everyone. So
this is what I was about to say. Obviously, Movember, big supporters with the NFL Academy. So thank you for getting involved. I'm sensing that's here more permanently.
I hope so, but I have to check it with my wife, so we will see. But
okay, I think you should definitely keep it. You know this field very well, don't you?
Yeah. It's our training facility for the Rangers. We've been here since 2020, 4 years now. And it's a great facility, great to have you here, all of you, and IMG and the NFL Academy, and we're proud to do our part and help wherever we can, and
And kind of talking about doing your part, you were talking to us earlier about the different programs that you have with the Rangers, flag, youth. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Our program, it's 1981. It's the
wow.
And over 40 years of history here in Munich, and we have a youth program. The kids start in at 6 or 7. We have cheerleader with Pee-wee programs starting at the same age. We have a flag football program, so we're doing all of it. We have nearly 400 members here at the Rangers, and we try to grow football, and that's what we do.
Why do Germans love football so much? Don't worry, you're not the only German person we've asked. We're asking everyone.
I think it's for me it's the last real team sport. You need everybody. Everybody has a home. It's if you're big, if you're small, if you're black, if you're white, it don't matter. It don't matter. You need everybody, and everybody has a second family here, and that's what we preach.
Yeah, I mean, you can see that. Look, and you've said you've come up through this system as well, so it must truly be that family feel when you're out here playing with your team.
It is. I'm with the Rangers, I think, 17 years now.
Wow.
So, I done it all by myself, and I played through all of it, and and now I'm vice president of the Rangers.
Congrats.
So, I'm doing the organizational stuff as well. Played through all of it, and try to bring this all together and preach it for the next generation.
Do you know how you'll become the president instead of the vice president? do you know? No, I know how. You've got to keep that. What do you reckon?
I think so. I think you're right,
we obviously have a big game coming up just down the road on Sunday. The NFL's in town. Always a great when we see the NFL outside of the US, and we've had a lot of chance to see these games. Who's going to win this game then? Giants, Panthers? Not a great record, 2-7, both of them.
Nah, but I think the Panthers will do it.
Really? Do you agree, Phoebe? What were you saying?
Oh, well, I'm a non-biased party here, so I think that it will be a great game between both of them. I just wanted to quickly ask you about the combine that's happening here tomorrow. Tell us a little bit about that, because you're involved with it with the Rangers as well.
Yeah, we also here we try to get everything going. We have a couple of guys who will attend tomorrow. We also have a really talented guy. He's playing the U16. He's playing also in the German national team and the flag football team. So yeah, we hope that he can show up and show some skills tomorrow, and we will see how everything's going.
We look forward to it. Flo Fem from the Munich Rangers, thank you very much for joining us. And in honour of your facial hair, let's just remind ourselves of the good work Movember does with the NFL Academy.
Hi, so I'm Bob Bezic. I'm an ex-professional rugby league player. I work for a charity called Rugby League Cares, and we're delivery partners of Movember. And today we're delivering ahead of the game Help Out a Mate. Help Out a Mate is a great programme aimed at 12 to 18-year-olds to improve their mental fitness, and we do that through evidence-based tools. Also, we make it very engaging, as you've just seen in one of the sessions there. We're trying to get the lads or girls up and down, doing things that they're familiar with the understanding that trying to help out a teammate as well, and you're spotting signs and symptoms. I'm passionate about sessions like this because as a player I wasn't able to regulate my stress, my emotions well. I was also quite selfish as a player, and I didn't look out for my teammates off the field as much as I probably should have done. So education like this is really important because I've also been checked in on by one of my teammates a few times, and it means the world. Obviously amazing athletes, and hopefully they can grow a moustache and raise awareness as well, get some conversations going.
Well, welcome back to Germany here as the players just starting to come out and warm up and get ready for the second half of action between the IMG Academy and the NFL Academy, the precursor to the big NFL game in Munich on Sunday, of course. And we have, as Phoebe and John mentioned just a few moments ago down there with Florian Fendt, the combine coming up as well for the IMG and NFL Academy players to show off their skills in front of potential scouts and maybe continue that incredible dream and take another big step on it of finding a spot at a roster somewhere on the other side of the pond in the university system. It's a huge weekend for the NFL Academy and for the IMG Academy this weekend. And it's a huge second half that we've got coming up as well in just a few moments' time, because we thought this was going to be all done and dusted, it seemed, for the NFL Academy. 4 unanswered touchdowns in the first 2 quarters or so, before Ian Olsen finding that TD grab late on after the mix-up on special teams that caused problems for the NFL Academy. And in the end, the fumble kickoff return ended up causing causing plenty of problems, pinning the IMG Academy right on the goal line pretty much of the NFL Academy, and allowing Ian Olsen to eat into that deficit, missing the extra point, of course, afterwards, but 6 on the board at least for IMG. They will feel they should have had a safety as well. There'll probably be a few discussions with the officials down there. I know Jeff Pond looked a very frustrated man for the IMG Academy. The safety wasn't given on that final kickoff return before the half as well. But there is something at least then for IMG to get their teeth into this weekend. Perhaps in 2 quarters' time to find an incredible comeback. As I say, these two have met on a couple of occasions in the past, with the IMG Academy picking up the victory 26-14 in their first meeting 2 years ago, but a 31-14 defeat. And the first ever NFL Academy victory against a US opponent coming in that second meeting last year. This, perhaps the decider in the grudge match. What I'm sure those dressed in black down there on that far sideline want to see is a little more of Justus Seelig. Like we saw in that first quarter and the early part of the second, Seelig looked unstoppable. He will have to wait to get his hands on the ball, however, because it will be the NFL Academy kicking off to the IMG Academy. So there will be a chance once again for Josh Barrido to try and run the full length of the field, and with the support of his running back, Shepard Miller, and Ian Olsen, who's just started to get things going a little in the latter part of that second quarter. There are faint signs of hope, and we have said on so many occasions that momentum is such a funny thing in this sport, and the way it can swing on either big plays or perhaps innocuous plays as well. Non-converted third down midway through the first or second quarter may look like nothing in one moment, but in the grand scheme of a full four-quarter outing, it can actually come down to every play is pivotal. And while, of course, we had the celebrations at half-time for Andy Quinn, as he adds his name to the litany of names that will only continue to be added to, of those that have found a home at college football across the other side of the Atlantic. Those thoughts will have to be curtailed slightly, as the academy have to get back down to business once again, and that's something they don't want to see too often. That's Justus Seelig just practicing punt returns. I don't want to see the ball bobbling out of his hands too often. I'm more confident that one from Seelig. Saka back there as well as the IMG huddle resumes. And the last few words from the coaches before they have to get back out there. No surprise once more to see Shepard Miller waiting to return. It's an offense that can get moving quickly. We have seen that tonight already. There have been some big chunk plays from IMG. It's Miller and the kick return unit step out. Elijah Ham as well. Down the fields, an extra pair of hands perhaps, but it surely will be coming back from the number 3, who is deep to return around about the 10-yard line. Getting to around about 8 o'clock in the evening local time. Could be a late one tonight. Could be worth the watch as well, though, if IMG Academy can make a game of this.
Let's go, boys!
Verona Blackstad, former rugby player for Saracens, to kick off. There's a little pooch kick that's going to be caught early and has to be brought down around about the 45-yard line. Safe hands from Aruzamania. A bit of trickery being tried, and the academy are trying to say that they came away with it. No doubt that Van Aruzamania was already down. Officials are going to discuss it, though. It will be the IMG Academy getting their opening drive of this second half underway from almost midfield, around about the 45-yard line here, as Barrido steps out. First and 10. Trailing by 3 touchdowns.
Timeout. NFL Academy, first timeout.
Well, apparently enough time was needed for the defense to get settled. I have to say, I don't think I've ever seen a timeout called before the first play of a half. Either way, Daniel Docal from Spain, the defensive coordinator for the NFL Academy. Well, maybe Coach Hagan has seen something. Just see making the hand gestures there. Chase Baker, the former D-tackle for Boise State. Joined Boise State in 2007, just missing out on the famous Fiesta Bowl victory that Boise had over Adrian Peterson and Oklahoma. We come out then for this first play of the drive for the IMG Academy, and Barrido taking the snap, just about getting it into his hands and finding the safe hands of his receiver. Azumanian eventually brought down. Minimal gain, and more of the chirping continues as it's been chippy under the lights. Around about 4 on the play for IMG Academy. Cleaner snap that time for Barrido. Cleaner pass as well as he gets it right into the centre to Olsen, who makes the first man miss and works his way up to the 35. You see it at every level of American football. Have to make sure that you don't let receivers break into space and miss the initial contact. Olsen starting to go to work early in this second half, start of the third quarter. First down from around about the 36-yard line. Barrido looking through the air once more. Lost it out to Olsen, who just couldn't get 2 hands on it. Maybe lost it in the lights, and it was an awkward one to try and turn his body onto. Just couldn't position himself to get his torso back around and keep his eye on the ball. Almost came too directly over the top of him. Could have been a big gain. Have to wonder how Ian Olsen was given so much space there, though. Certainly a man, along with Shepard Miller, who's in the backfield here. The NFL Academy would have wanted to keep in close quarters all evening, as Miller just casually works his way up towards the 35-yard line, and that looks like could be enough for a fresh set of downs. It's either going to be that or very much a second and short coming up. Barrido trying to be quick to the line here. Just going to hand it off to the running back, as it's a quick step by Miller out to that sideline, and he is stood up and sat down by Nathan Owusu-Ansah. If they can get him going, it opens up so much. Fresh set of downs from about the 23-yard line. Barrido dumps it off to his running back. That one's going to fall incomplete. Just too far in front of Shepard Miller, who had one eye on the ball and his quarterback, and one eye on the oncoming linebacker as well, because stepping in was Yasir Sani, and it's in a very bad position for the running back to bring that into his grasp. Second and 10. Tight end on the right side of the line. Olsen in motion. Whistles go before the snap.
Offside. Number 56. Defense. 5 yards penalty.
Early jump from Bobego. Basically at this level you can't jump across that neutral zone and don't get the opportunity to bring yourself back, so pre-snap 5 yards given straight out to IMG Academy. And you could see Barrido wanting to run the same play they'd already dialed up, as that's one tipped and thrown into 4-man coverage really as he went looking for Olsen. Dangerous one from Barrido. Complete. 5 yards to go for a fresh set of downs. 19 yards to go for another 6-point haul on the board. A lot of it relying on Barrido's arm down in the red zone here. Miller on the ground has opened up the opportunity though. Barrido gives it to Miller, breaks it off the right side of the line. Able to get away from one tackle once again. He's going to get Still through Moore, and he rumbles his way into the end zone. Owusu Ansah hit by a wrecking ball at the goal line as Shepard Miller just lowered his shoulders and kept those legs churning. That looked like it had the potential to be blown up after a couple of yards, but that is the potential that this young running back has. Back-to-back scores either side of the half-time break for IMG Academy. And two-point conversion is going to be gone for as well by Barrido and Co. The offense staying out here. Surely they just give it to Miller. Oh, it's a fumbled snap. Barrido jumps on it, and it's a wasted chance. It's again just 6 points on the board from the touchdown. Look at the drive once again. Able to escape the first contact, just left Aspinall hanging on for dear life. And you have to say, corner against a running back, there's only going to be one winner in a physical matchup 9 times out of 10, particularly going head to head. It's the start, aside from the failed two-point conversion that the IMG Academy would have been looking for, would have been dreaming for to begin this half. Now their defense needs to do something to slow down this NFL Academy offense. See the discussions there with Robert Strike, the big offensive lineman and one of the leaders really of that offensive line for the IMG Academy. So IMG Academy wants to get their ball used for the kickoff. They want to. They need to get the officiating crew and the ball boy to get it down to them before it's going to be kicked off by Casentino. Brought in by the German receiver, who's going to fake that handoff and get brought down almost right on the goal line. Only about 6 yards of separation between he and his own end zone. Trickery on the kickoff not working as the fake to Seelig confused no one. And Jamil Seka goes nowhere. It's obviously something they've worked on. It's down at the NFL Academy earlier this year when they were working on special teams. Steve Hagan and his crew have a few tricks up their sleeve, but that one provided no extra room, and now there's very little room for Michael Szabo to work with here. 1st and 10. It's been ruled about the 8-yard line. They hand it off to Seelig. Can only just get back to the line of scrimmage. And you're kind of forced to just hand it off at this point. I know that Szabo will want to try and air it out maybe on 2nd down, but have they been given enough separation from their own end zone to trust it to the Austrian quarterback to try and pick up the 1st down here? Now going to hand it off to the German once again. And he's able to stretch it out to that right sideline and pick up the 1st down and more. Pushed out of bounds around the 30, and Justus Seelig says, no need to worry about the aerial game tonight. I'm carrying this academy team on my shoulders. The NFL Academy quick to the line. Screen pass out to the near side for Seka. Is able to get around the blockers and keep moving down the left sideline, just running it out of bounds. midfield. Certainly enough for a fresh set of downs. The German receiver and the German running back going to work. Late flag on the play. We'll have to see what the officiating crew have seen here. Certainly sounds like the IMG Academy sideline believe it could be for holding here. Just a quick screen pass out to Seka. He's got blocks there. Just running it off the sideline. I don't think he really realised where the sideline was of this surface. It's obviously a surface that's used far more often for European football, for soccer.
Personal foul, number 76. 15-yard penalties. Repeat that.
Bruno Werner called for something, the German. Have to say, I didn't notice it. Wipes out the gain, and that's another just killer blow for the NFL Academy, this. You need the same again here. At least in terms of the result, how you get it. It's down to Clayton Turner and his offense. Sabo brings them out. He's going to keep it as well, the Austrian. And he finds his way through the tackles, and now he's got up to the midfield. Down at the 50. Sabo holding on. The dual threat of the Austrian coming to the forefront. I have to say, I swear that IMG Academy defense had half an eye on Justus Selig as he broke it off the left edge. Well, it looks like it's coming back again.
Holding, number 69, offense.
Joseph Kirby, call for holding. Zabo sees that one chalked off. Is this going to be a drive of what could have been at this point? Two big plays ruled out. And very, very long to go. They're basically back where they were before the big Justus Selig run. Starting where the drive began, around about the 9-yard line here. Hand it off to the German running back, who was able to keep coming forward, almost falling forward. Second and long coming up here for the NFL Academy. I'm sure Phoebe Schechter will be able to tell you at the end of this game just how frustrating it is as a coach to see big plays chalked off, particularly on consecutive plays as well. When you're stood there on the sideline, you need to eliminate those silly errors on the field. Sometimes they just creep in though as Zabo comes out of the gun. Looking to pass on second and long. One-on-one down the right sideline. It's going to fall incomplete. Looking for a flag was Matthew Okanade. There's a flag that never came. He was tussling with Charles Polk down that sideline. First time they've really picked on the Florida man out of Arcadia. Call this one about third and a mile coming up. We've seen some special plays tonight. We're going to need to see Zabo sits, waits, scrambles, flushed out of the pocket. Does well, finds his receiver. Selig brings it in. see the spot hit. The NFL Academy players on that offense aren't leaving yet.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Number 97 defense.
Preston Olofsson. 15-yard penalty. And that will keep the NFL Academy offense on the field for roughing Michael Szabo. Szabo was flushed, rolling to his left, the wrong way really for a right-hander. Szabo looks like he's just stepping out for a moment there. There's a bit of confusion on the NFL Academy offense. Szabo does come back in now. Wondered if he was going to have a play out or so after getting his bell clocked slightly. Need to hurry to get this one off. Screen out to this near side to Harris. Short gain of maybe 3.
Official timeout for an injured player.
Another injury timeout. I've heard that too often this evening for anybody's liking. They've just struggled as a defense tonight to kill off so many of these drives of the NFL Academy. It's a RPO-based offense, really. They have a number of different options built into a number of plays that is described as just being an offense from Clayton Turner and his offensive coaching staff, that all they want to do is get a defense taking a half step the wrong way. If they can do that, they feel they can exploit. Gavin Collins, the offensive line coach, telling me we aim to confuse as much as possible. And at times, that IMG Academy defense has looked a little confused. Szabo comes out. Reorganizing at the line. Just gives the handoff to Seelig. Again, maybe 5 or so that will move the NFL Academy to within touching distance of a fresh set of downs. 3rd and short coming with about 2.5 yards to go. And the extra point to come here. Blocked initially, and there's no chance for it to keep moving for Liam Dinning.
Somebody else's. That's like a fucking beat. Excuse me? Bro, you walking up the field like a diva, bro. I'm tired too. Come on. I don't know what you got going on. Shut up. Shut up. I'm not bitching at you. My teammates are upset because, they just throw the fucking ball 90 yards. You ain't no stop. If you go to school, you're not going to say, Or, coach, shut up. I don't want to talk about it. You're not going to say that. I need you to be a great player, which I know you are, and act like it. We all know that you're talented. Anybody saying you're not? I believe you can be the best one in this room eventually, but I need you to grow up now. Grow up. If you see the quarterback throwing the ball, let him go. Stir it up. If I can't coach you, I don't know. I'm just saying in general, bro. Your mannerisms. Your demeanor's fucked up. Mannerisms, bro. It's terrible. Yeah, go look at the play. It's late. It's late as a look at it, please. I know you are. That's what I'm talking about. Your mannerisms. 95% are always right. No, you don't, because you're looking at the play. Well, watch it. Watch it.
Imperative that IMG Academy can find yet another score on the board. Barrido. Snaps low once more, has to pick it up off the deck. Don't think he really had the separation on this near sideline anyway for Van Aruzamanian. Second and 10 coming up. Barrido has some spread out once more, sends his man in motion. Once again, that NFL Academy defense continues to frustrate this. The touchdown from the Englishman, getting the score to give the NFL Academy 33 points and his second here in Germany. Giorgio rumbling through. Carbon copy really of his first one earlier in the second quarter. There's a big third down in the meantime coming up for the IMG Academy. Quick throw out to the tight end, really well brought in, that by CJ Cunningham. Excuse me, it was Sam Navarre who was the man to bring that one in. We've got a player down for the NFL Academy defense.
My timeout, official timeout for injured player.
This will give the IMG Academy offense just a chance to take breath along with that NFL Academy defense and take stock of things as it stands. Steve Hagan and that coaching staff will surely feel this has to be a lead that they can and should hold on to at this point. pushing towards the midway point in this third quarter. Drive apiece for both offenses in this second half. I think you'd call it fighting fire with fire. Just keep finding the responses to what the IMG Academy is now starting to throw at the NFL Academy. Hand off to the running back. Miller shut down early, tries to roll it back inside, but it's asking a lot even for him. Second at about 9 coming up. One receiver out to that far side. They're just going to hand it off to Miller once more. And again, he's stopped in the backfield. Great penetration on that defensive line. Agyemang, I think the first one to get there, but he had help in numbers. Both he and Luke Francis, those two defensive tackles for the NFL Academy defense. When you talk about hitting hard, those two certainly lead by example. Third and long coming up. NFL Academy showing pressure. They send Miller out of the backfield and the ball's loose down there on the deck. Whistles blow, I think, before. The NFL Academy trying to say that he should be jumping on that loose ball. It should be a turnover, but the play was blown dead by the Zebra crew. False start, 5-yard penalty, and it moves the IMG Academy further back. Well, I don't know how you can false start a snap. It's an interesting one to me. As the pass is blown dead, but there's a flag late on that one as Barrido took a hit from the linebacker, and I think this is going to be a roughing the passer penalty. Liam Kling, the one leaving a lick on the number 11 for the IMG Academy. Certainly a flag thrown in that area.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 40, NFL Academy. This is 15 yards, automatic first down.
And just a play that doesn't need to be made. You don't have to go and hit Josh Barrido in that moment. The ball's falling incomplete. Liam Kling has to learn in that situation. So we need to get the chains sorted out as well on the far side of the field, because it is an automatic first down because of the personal foul penalty. A fresh set of downs for the IMG Academy offense. On a drive that looked like it was fading fast indeed. No sign of fading here from Shepard Miller. 11-yard gain or so. First down for IMG. I almost feel this is more like an MMA fight with Shepard Miller and Eustace Seelig very much doing the ground and pound tonight. First and 10. Around about the 45-yard line. Handed off to Miller, tries to duck away from the tackles, but he's engulfed by Luke Francis. 325 pounds of pure brute D lineman, wrapping up the diminutive running back out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Thrown across the middle by Barrido. Gain of maybe 7 on the play. We'll leave about a 5 coming up here. IMG Academy. Starting to get Olsen more involved. Oh, he's limping away from that one slightly. Olsen wide out on this near side. Might be the intended target here on 3rd down. 3rd and about 7 to go. Barrido throws across the middle. It's a great tackle from Joel Kieser, just making sure that Sam Navarre has no opportunity to get those legs pumping and reach for the 1st down. Check the spot, but it certainly looked like he was short. The question here for the IMG Academy is, do they go for it?
Holding.
Flag in the
On
backfield as
73,
well.
offense. 10 yards penalty. Repeat of down.
Robert Strike, the offender, once more. 10-yard penalty for the IMG Academy as they march back again. If the NFL Academy can get another stop here, similar to that last one, that penalty may just make up the mind of the IMG Academy about whether they go for it on 4th down or not. Out of the gun. Barrido looking deep. Overthrows it. He's trying to find Ian Olsen and use that sideline just to protect his receiver and put it into a position where only he could find it. 4th and long coming up. The IMG offense is making its way off the field. Well, if you're going to think about some trickery, now might be the time. It's a long, long way to go, however. Time is a factor, and if the NFL Academy do go and find another score on their next drive, it could certainly be a problem in terms of keeping the hopes alive of a fight back. Here comes the punt from Bilal Begovic. Pinas to return. Taking one back to the house already tonight, finding a gap up this left side as he's brought down around about the 31-yard line. They're going to spot it at the 32. Zabo will bring them out. First and 10 for the NFL Academy. Zabo hands it off to Seelig. And he finds a burst straight up the middle. This one could be going all the way as well. He's got blockers to help him out. Seelig's going to run it to the house once more. Well, the credit's going to go to the running back, but it's those around him that just carved open the opportunity. Seb Harris in particular, just continuing to keep that block going down the sideline. And it meant that Seelig had even more room to race through those white jerseys. I said there was the danger of the NFL Academy finding more points on the board on their next drive. They have wasted no time at all in doing so, as they continue to run up the score. The extra point is through, it's good, it's 40 on the board for the NFL Academy. Look at the gap, just off that left guard's shoulder. It's the blocking that you may not see just on the right of your screen there by Harris. Just provides that extra bit of room for Seelig. There was no chance of Xavier Gibson catching him, thanks to the work from Harris. It won't be the first time that the NFL Academy have found 40 points in 2024. They had that 51-45 defeat against Edgewater to start the year back in August against Loughborough. Might be the benchmark for this evening, though, to try and sign out this calendar year with a personal best for the season. They've got every chance of doing it. For a program that has produced so many draft picks, NFL record 5 first-round picks coming out of the IMG Academy. This is not what they expected. Once again, Olsen on the return. Pushed out of bounds at the 32. Maybe in the first half we might have seen a continuation of the talking and the jarring that's been between these two teams all through this encounter so far. Interesting to see the NFL Academy players there from the special teams unit quick to just get back to their sideline. Barrido comes out of the gun once more. Moves Miller to the right. 2 receivers left. Olsen in the right slot. Tight end on that right side of the line as well. Pressure coming off the edge, and Barrios brought down. Quick as a flash into the backfield, Bo Bego. The former Rushmore Knights man. Untouched off that right edge of the line. It's so difficult. Navarro brought in on this near side here to help with the protection on Barrido. But they just got blindsided. Second and long coming up. In and out of the hands. Can't be held on to by Heinemann. Navarro, the one who just couldn't hold on to it, the big tight end. Trying to find that easy check down. Third and long coming up. Just have to wonder the mental side as well right now for the IMG Academy in terms of being dealt that long Seelig touchdown run on that last drive of the NFL Academy. What it's done to the heads, have they just started to drop even on the offensive side of the ball for IMG. Barrido stepping into a pocket that was quickly evaporating, finds Miller, who finds space and finds a sideline and keeps on moving, keeping his feet in bounds, brought down at the 32. When you've got that man in your backfield, anything can happen.
Official timeout for injured player.
Have a look at this hit. Talk about fancy footwork from Shepard Miller. Breaks it off to this near sideline. Maybe there's a heel, maybe just there at the 41-yard line. There was a toe on that white sideline. It was oh so close. The officials are going to give him the benefit of the doubt, that's for sure. Who can blame you? Flag down here on the field late on as well. Just asking some of our camera crew to step back from that sideline as well.
No flag on the
flag
field.
On the TV coverage. And the flag is picked up. But more importantly for the IMG Academy, they get to have a fresh set of downs on the 33-yard line in enemy territory. Snap to Barrido. Pings it out to the right sideline. Oh, what a drop! Olsen had it fall right into his hands, right on the numbers. And Barrido dropping it into a almost undefensible position. Fancied his star man against double coverage, that's for sure. Casentino looking to add the extra point to make it a 19-40 scoreline. Snap and hold are good, but the kick is blocked, and this could get taken back here. Brought down inside the end zone as just no real room for any chance of a return. Jalen Smith fancying his chances as we have a look again at this perfectly thrown ball. That is absolutely superb. It was a man that picked up the blocked field goal. Jaden Smith on the coverage. He at full stretch just had no chance. Only Olsen could bring that in. So an extra point failed again. To add to the litany of them for the IMG Academy tonight. 3 touchdowns, but nothing additional coming from the field goal unit or the 2-point conversion attempt. The third quarter has so far seen these two go blow for blow. Elijah Ham finally stepping in as we can finally get this kickoff from Casentino underway. Considering what we've seen this evening so far, just don't bet against anything in terms of this maybe coming back to the house as well. All falling into the hands of the IMG Academy. Deep down the field, we've seen a little bit of everything so far. We've still got over a quarter to play. It's the German on the return once more. As not much space in the end to twist and turn away from trouble for Jamil Seka. Decent field position to start though for the NFL Academy. Not that that has held them back wherever the ball has been spotted to start their drives for a large part of the night. Given on the wide receiver jet up towards the 48-yard line. Shot in the back of the head as well for Isaac Fuller. Fuller stepping in for Justus Seelig, who perhaps will just be taking a drive or two off for the moment. Still a 3-score lead for the
End of the third quarter.
As we move into the fourth quarter, there is a lot still to do for the IMG Academy in this final quarter of play if they're going to make a game of this. Mr. Seelig not in on this current drive for the NFL Academy on a night tonight in Germany. We've certainly seen some of the NFL Academy's best, particularly on the offensive side of the ball. Defense has come up trumps as well. They've had that interception, of course, of Josh Barrido. Once the NFL Academy got out to that early lead, that very bright start. With those 4 unanswered touchdowns, including the Pinas punt return, it was hard to see. The IMG Academy and Jeff Pond's unit getting back into this one. They have certainly given it their all, however. We expect nothing less. Zabo. Simple handoff. Simple shimmy as well, just off that left side of the line that gives Isaac Fuller plenty of running room to work in. Only about 12 yards. Zabo's not slowing down. So we've got a player down on the field for the IMG Academy. To say we've seen a fair few of those IMG Academy players tonight just struggling with knocks. It can happen so easily. Knee gets twisted, arm gets caught in an unnatural position with a big body landing on it as Perin Bareka limps his way off the D lineman. Carmelo McKenzie and co need to find a stop. Big number 30 first to get his nose over the ball. Fuller alongside Zabo. There's a fumbled snap, and that's going to be pounced on by the white jerseys, and that's going to be an IMG Academy ball, surely. I don't know if Zabo struggled with the snap or if it was just a foul up on the handoff, but either way, problems in the backfield. And the IMG Academy, happy to say thank you very much. It was all just with that handoff to Fuller. Never got a big window open with his arms and clamped down on it. So it just bobbled out of his hands. Tell you what, a quick score here. A 3-score game becomes a 2-score game with a lot of time left in this fourth quarter. Barrido with 3 receivers to his left. Miller is there as well as he's going to throw it off to the solo receiver on that far side of the field, and there's still more for Olsen to get moving to down that right sideline. Missed tackles all over the place, and Olsen finding a first down and plenty extra.
Official timeout for injured player.
We've got another player down on the field. Continues these delays to the game. It's been a fast-paced scoring affair, but it's been a slow-paced night at times with these injuries. Barrido. Snap is good. Throwing it into double coverage, and it perhaps should have been picked off by Kaimali. Orgil Kaimali trying to stoop down as low as he could to get his hands underneath it. The IMG Academy are complaining about the ball again. Both teams have their own balls that they can use on offense. That's why it gets switched out. And the whistles go again. And eventually, we'll get this second down playoff, I'm sure. This amount of waiting time between plays, things are only going to seize up and hold up slightly. And eventually, Barrido, well, he wants to take it out of the gun, and then we have another whistle. Miller sitting in behind him now. There's the underneath option, it goes over the top instead. Olsen the intended target, as he has been all half so far. He took an extra bump and bruise for his pains as well, as that went over his head.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 45, 15 yards, automatic touchdown.
Johannes Kenyanka, the offender on that, and again it just marches Barrido and the offense 15 yards further forward. It's another silly error on a night littered with them. Barrido flings it out to Miller. Small gain on the play, getting it down to about the 26. Second down coming up for the IMG Academy. Miller in motion once more. Barrido throws across the middle, again into double coverage, again could have come into the hands of, I think it was the linebacker Joel Kieser once more. Breaking up the play, it could have been so much more though for the NFL Academy defense. Third down coming up. Around about 8 or so needed. Keep your eyes on Miller out of the backfield. Oh, empty space for Olsen on the far side instead. He's going to get enough for the first down. No much more than that, however. Just that quick hitch route from Olsen. Finding that extra 2 yards or so of clear daylight between he and his corner. First and 10. Shot looking for Olsen, who had room. If Barrido had just been able to inch it ever so closer to his wide receiver. And a great break off the out route. And something that's been stressed by the IMG Academy of Ian Olsen is route running, and breaks particularly off the sharper cuts, so strong. Great turn of direction on him. Barrido, second down, dumping it across the middle. That's broken up before it can get going. It falls incomplete. The German Sani once more. Did a really good game in that inside linebacker position tonight. 3rd and 10 from around about the 18-19 yard line for the IMG Academy. They needed quick scores. This drive is just suddenly grinding slowly, slightly. Good snap for Barrido, who's going to try and get it done himself. He's brought down just after the line of scrimmage, however. A shake of the head and no thank you very much from Jonas Kenyanga. Barrido and the offense staying out, 4th down. Now or never for the IMG Academy. They know this is a huge drive they have to come away with points on. Barrido throwing him to empty space as Olsen never got around his man. That one falls incomplete quite comfortably. The NFL Academy defense walk off with a big shutdown on 4th down. Zabo brings out NFL Academy offense again. In fact, it's not Zabo at all. They've got the backup in, Bobby Bridges, as he just hands it off. Decent gain, though, up that left sideline. Stayed in bounds as well, so the clock will continue to run. Edgar Wallen, the Swedish running back, in on the play now as some of the backups getting their opportunity here in Germany. Bridges to lead this drive. And off again. 2nd and short quickly becomes 1st and 10. About the 37. Good running again by Wallen. IMG Academy still have all 3 timeouts, although it feels a little futile to start thinking about the clock game at the moment, considering the 40-18 scoreline that we have. Tell you what, you take this sort of entertainment on Sunday in Munich, as it's going to be kept here by the Englishman. He's going to use his legs himself. He's got legs for days as he takes the knee, and that should be flags coming in afterwards as well, because you can't hit a quarterback that's sliding and giving himself up like that. The contact coming late while he was out of bounds as well. And the quarterback, as I say, that's giving himself up. I'm amazed that flags haven't been thrown there. Still that chance to remember to break the 45-point mark that they set in the opening game of the season against Edgewater. As they hand it off once more, Wallen keeps the legs moving and gets to about the 49. Fresh set of downs on the way. Run game for the rest of the night. It may well be. Bridges off to the sideline once more to get the call. Bridges from the gun. Sends Wolf in motion. Whistles. Blow it dead before it started. A few words from Dominic Titz.
33, offense.
Cavallo a little too eager to get off his blocks. Plenty of conversation taking place down that offensive lineman huddle on the sideline. In the meantime, Bridges gets to go back to work. Didn't see him in the game against De La Salle at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, but he gets his opportunity as the backup here in Germany. Going to be handed off to Vallon once more, and he gets back the yardage that he lost with his false start and picks up an extra 1 or 2 as well. Gain of 6 yards. Waiting around from Bridges. Certainly a little more sizable than Michael Szabo, stood at 6'2", the British quarterback, as he throws a little pump fake and then it's pulled down after a gain of maybe 6 yards or so. 2.5 possibly left to pick up a new set of downs here on 3rd down. Pinas going in motion. Flags fly before we can get anything going as Bridges found his intended target. Pinas was scraping and crawling across the floor to try and pick up any extra yards, but it's not going to matter anyway.
Number 79.
Max Hoke, the one who jumped early, bringing out the flags. Backs him up 5 yards. 3rd and around 7 to go. Just need to get to the 40-yard line. That'll be more than enough for the NFL Academy to keep this drive going. Bridges out of the gun. Vallon alongside him. 3 receivers to the right looking for space as Bridges is going to go deep downfield looking for Pinas, and it's tipped and drops incomplete. Break up on the play by Elijah Ham, who's normally out there on the offensive side of the ball, but sitting on coverage on that one. Did a great job as well of just making sure there was no chance for Tyrencil Pinas to pick up the big gain. Munich comes out, rare punt for the NFL Academy. Going to be taken by the receiver Olsen. Little goose step. Not fooling anybody, however. He's swarmed by Moritz Strempel, the German who gets to add his name to the box score tonight. Tackling his column as Ian Olsen says, what can I do? The IMG Academy gets set to get rolling. Maybe one of the last chances for Josh Barrido and co to put a drive together. Attentions will of course turn to that combine that's coming up tomorrow on Saturday. The Some of these players, this is the last time perhaps in a game to be able to showcase their stuff, as that one falls incomplete behind Miller. As I say, there have been some big names that have come out of this IMG Academy. And they went to Alabama, the great Crimson Tide, of course, in college football. J.C. Latham selected number 7 overall by the Titans this year. J.J. McCarthy out of Michigan, going 10th overall to the Minnesota Vikings. Both plied a trade at the IMG Academy. Evan Neal, the man picked up by the New York Giants as well a few years ago, another big name to come through the ranks, as that's a great completion to Olsen. He's able to step away from the first tackle too and find enough for the first down at about the 35-yard line. There are these NFL Academy players, though, that will be looking to make similar journeys. And players that have made their way across to the collegiate system. Barredo drops back to this near sideline. That one's going to fall incomplete. Dropped by Arzumanian. And the fact we had that chat with Andy Quinn at halftime just shows and inspires these NFL Academy players more and more. It's more commitments that we've been able to showcase at halftime of these games. Barredo taking the snap, rolling out to his right, just pointing downfield and then taking the initiative himself. Interesting to see where they spot him. Out of bounds with about 5 yards to go. Just over 3 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter. 2-minute warning looming on the horizon. Barredo dumps it off to Miller. Here again, you just cannot give him any sort of room. One break turns a 3-yard passing play into about a 23-yard passing play. Miller limping away from that one. Hopefully just a dead leg. It's unlikely to see him stepping out at any point in these final few minutes of the fourth quarter. Barredo, 1st and 10. Gets back to the line of scrimmage and able to dump it off as well. It's a big piece of contact that Bilal Begovic was able to escape out of and keep going forward. Saving their best till last, perhaps, the IMG Academy. If they do find a score here, expect the onside kick to come. Barredo messing around as he finds Olsen over the middle. Flags fly at the end of the play in the backfield as Olsen is brought down, and we've got another one right down where Olsen was brought down. To hear the call from the officials here for the 2 flags thrown.
Face mask. Nummer 53. Number 53. Defense. Holding. Number 76. Offense. This penalty offset. Replay first down.
Well, Benson Jerry getting away with one there as it was he that was pulling at the face mask of Ian Olsen. 2 penalties offsetting though. Repeat to the down. First and 10 from about the 20. Barrido looking for Olsen, who got jammed in by his corner. Physical coverage in the end from Orgil. Kaimali. Olsen trying to just bump himself off the body of Kaimali and break inside, but Barrido perhaps too quick with the throw to read his intended receiver's route. Snap low on the ground for Barrido. This time he finds Olsen on the in route. I think they're going to mark that close enough for a fresh set of downs, and first and goal coming up from around about the 10-yard line. Quick, easy pick up on the slant. Trying to move quickly to the line as Barrido sets up. Will it be the give to Miller? Will they look to Olsen once again? Barrido might go himself here, pointing out the direction he wants to roam. Touchdown. It's another one on the board for the IMG Academy. Josh Barrido puts the exclamation point on his night. There's 6 more points in the bag for the Americans. They eat into that deficit, but it's certainly too little too late. The offense staying out for the 2-point conversion. Trying to set something, you feel, for Miller there, as you saw Olsen just trying to almost set a pick. Barrido said, actually, I've got the gap. You can block for me. Just trying to arrange his receivers now down at the line. Bilal Begovic, the one just needing a quick word from the man out of the gun. He's going to roll right, looking for that back right corner of the end zone. And he was trying to force it a little too much. Bilal Begovic and Ian Olsen were both there as intended options, but it's fairly obvious where Barrido was going to look to go with it. And he started to drift. It's another failed 2-point conversion. It's 24 points on the board rather than 28 for the IMG Academy. It's still a long way back into this one. Two touchdowns.
2-minute warning.
2 2-point conversions.
With 1 minute 56 still on the clock.
That's what's needed for the IMG Academy. They need 2 very quick scores indeed with 1:56 to go. 3 timeouts left as well. As they'd say on a Sunday, make sure you've got the hands team out. Casentino. Does he have a trick up his sleeves? Sleeves that are certainly needed in the chills of Bavaria. Casentino trying the onside kick. Well grabbed by the receiver, Seb Harris. Nothing more nervy for someone on special teams than an awkward bouncing ball on an onside kick, but Seb Harris watching it into his hands, and now it's time to play the running game and just to run out the clock without any more mistakes. We've already seen the ball on the deck perhaps too many times for the NFL Academy offense's liking. It's Bridges, he just gives the hand off to the Swede, and he keeps on going, and needs to just stay in bounds, but he's decided to run out instead. Picks up another first down. Bridges waiting for the call. Sends Tietz in motion. And off to Valen. That is a tired IMG Academy defense right now. Timeout called. It was ruled enough for a first down. Just picking up the yardage, so all but at the final point here. Bridges under centre. Giorgio breaking it off to the left. Giorgio taking it almost to the end zone for that hat-trick. First and goal coming up. Do they want to put their foot on the throat as the clock keeps on ticking away? These last few seconds of the evening. It's victory formation rather than anything else for the NFL Academy. Knocking on the door, but rather sportingly, the knee is taken by Bridges. And that will all but do it for Friday night football. It's the best formation that any offense can take. Justus Seelig getting in for the final play of the game. He is the hometown hero, so to speak, on an impressive night for the NFL Academy. That sees them put up one of their best scores of the season in an onslaught on continental Europe. IMG came, saw, and was swept past on occasions by Justus Seelig and Michael Szabo. The combination in that backfield too potent in the end. And the NFL Academy come away with a victory this year. And a bountiful point haul as well to sign off in style for Steve Hagan and co. Which of these young men will we see in the college ranks and beyond? That will be decided over time. But tonight in Germany, time run out on any sort of comeback for the IMG Academy. And it is the Europeans that will leave here victorious. Let's have a look back at what was a scintillating evening of action from these young men, who provided so much entertainment and so much quality as well, including Michael Szabo and Justus Seelig, the two combining for the opening touchdown of the game in the first quarter. It was exactly the way that the NFL Academy would have wanted to start this game, getting Seelig on the scoreboard early. He also got some big plays as well every so often from Emil Secker. One-on-one with his DB and happy to take the jump ball from Michael Szabo. That set up this 45-yard touchdown for the German running back, who at times just ripped the IMG defense apart. You cannot underestimate how important this weekend has been for that young man, with everything off the field and then producing on it tonight. Things would get even better as well for the NFL Academy. The punt return from Tyran Sopinas taken all the way back to the house, reading his blocks, and working his way through. Even when it got a touch too congested down on the goal line. The special teams unit playing their part, as did the backup running back, the short yardage man, Didi Georgiou, punching one in on the ground to make it 4 unanswered for the NFL Academy. But there was an answer eventually. Ian Olsen making the grab from Josh Barrido. And something on the board for the IMG Academy just before halftime. After the half as well, they get back down to business. A man who surely deserved a 6-point haul and took it, well, with an angry run to say the least. Shepard Miller. Perhaps just giving a sign of hope for the Americans this evening. But that hope would eventually be dashed. Seelig on the march once more. The blocking downfield, immaculate really for him. Just opening up gaps for the German to add to his touchdown haul. Barrido and Olsen would combine once again for another one. Probably the best ball of the night from Josh Barrido. Dropping it on a dime to Ian Olsen. But it wasn't enough for IMG to get back into this one. Barrido finding one with his legs for himself. But the IMG Academy falling short in any sort of comeback. Well, let's get back down onto the field and deal with all of the aftermath of a very eventful evening for the NFL Academy.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ollie Wilson, calling the action beautifully there. So thank you very much to Ollie. Very, very cold out here still. I know I keep mentioning the cold. It's just because I'm quite cold, as you might have guessed. But for IMG Academy, I know a great trip over here. And we heard from Coach earlier on, and, you know, he was just happy that they were out here playing in Germany. A lot of these guys, you know, haven't even left the country before. So absolutely fantastic for them. And Phoebe's out on the field, and she's, well, she's found someone to talk to.
Coach Hagen. First off, it's not a football game unless you're bleeding. Is that right, Coach?
I don't know how that happened.
Hey,
sometimes I hug guys and they hit me in the teeth. And
true love, true love.
Yeah, whatever.
I'll keep it quick for you. I know it's freezing out here, but congratulations. I mean, definitely a tale of two halves there. What did you say to your team at halftime that really kind of helped them take over the momentum in the second half?
Well, we didn't come out great in the second half, but we ended up closing it out great. So, and it's hard, you know, when you're winning that first half, you got to get them back out there and do the right thing over and over and over again. So we're young and we're learning. So tale of two halves.
Absolutely. I mean, look, at least in the second half, we saw your defense step up big, red zone defense a couple times there as well. I mean, what can you say about these young men and even just getting opportunities for some of the backups towards the end? What does that mean for them?
Well, it's so huge for our backups to get a chance because now the backups will become the next up, right? And they're going to be our first up pretty soon. So it's so important that we get to play all these games and do this, and then we get great film out of this too. So this is super cool.
No, it's a huge opportunity for your players, absolutely. Look, you guys are winning this IMG battle now with that second win.
I'm sure it'll be the best out of 5 or something like that.
But that's what you love to see, right? The rivalry and how you guys respond. What is next for you in the academy?
Oh, we still have a couple more games, so we just keep working. You know, we just keep chopping wood and get all these guys, hopefully get them in a position where they can go to America and play football. That's the objective of this academy, you know, learn football so well that you can go to America and do it and compete over there.
Absolutely. Well, look, we saw a couple more getting announced today. Andy Quinn, of course, kicker, going to Boston College. Congratulations, Coach. Go get warm and go celebrate.
Thank you.
Yeah, Phoebe there with Coach Hagen having a great old time. While Phoebe goes to find the MVP of this game, just to run you through the results, then obviously we have a victory for the NFL Academy today. And we mentioned earlier on, this is the third game of 3. The results were back in 2022, IMG won that one 26-14. And then last October, IMG lost at the hands of the NFL Academy 31-15. So that does mean the NFL Academy in this little sort of trio of games. I know Coach Hagan was very keen to take that victory 2-1, and he's taken that. So fantastic celebrations going on right here. I mean, obviously Phoebe's out there on the field. We're going to go back over to her now, but just looking over my shoulder, there's friends and family that have come here to support the NFL Academy boys, and they're just having a fantastic time there. Lots of chanting going on. We've had lots of cowbells going on, which I'm not sure if that was an American thing. It seemed like it was over with the IMG lot. I don't know if that was American fans or if that's a German thing. Kind of feels German, doesn't it? Some kind of cowbell. But if you have been watching this and you fancy yourself, or you've got someone in your family that fancies getting involved with the NFL Academy, of course, that is something that you should look into immediately. If you haven't already, I imagine maybe you've Googled it while you've been watching. But if you haven't, of course, the NFL Academy website is the place to go. Find out all the information there, and obviously you can look at the social media as well, where you'll see lots of photos and video highlights from this evening. Here's some of the celebrations that I mentioned here. We've got a banner. I mean, it's amazing to see the level of support that the guys have had here as we watch them unveil this banner. Obviously, I can read that it says Academy there. Can't quite see what the other banner was saying that they were unveiling there. But yeah, photos being taken so everyone can remember this special occasion. Now, we are hoping to have a word with the MVP. All I can see is in that shot right there, celebrating with friends and family. Phoebe's going to go and butt into that, I think. I have a feeling. So we're just going to see if she can go and interject into their celebrations. I'm not entirely sure if she's going to get in there. We'll go to Phoebe in just a second. But yes, as I said, with the NFL Academy, if you want to get involved, Coach Hagan and the team doing amazing things at Loughborough. There is one more game as well in 2024, the 15th of December. I'm not sure if you can go and watch, but I mean, it's at Loughborough University. You can find your way there, I'm sure, if you want to watch it enough. Phoebe has got the MVP.
Team. I mean, especially that big run at the end. That was a team touchdown. The O-line blocked it up perfectly. Seb, the receiver, they just blocked it up till the end. I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to make anybody miss. I mean, without this team, without this O-line, without our tight ends, I wouldn't be standing here right now. So I just want to give it back to the team, honestly.
I mean, I don't think we would expect any other answer from you. I mean, a big play earlier. You had Jamil second, the first half, getting that big catch. You punching it in. I mean, you are the epitome of team player. And on the day that you have found out that you were going to the U.S. Army All-American Bowl, I mean, what is next for you, young man?
Next step for me is to get those college offers. It's time to get noticed. I mean,